About any more gosh blessed bleeding issues suddenly just up and trying to tick me off today. I thought yesterday was frustrating. My let's just say that my birthday was not exactly what you would want. Having to not only work, but also having a lot of issues just trying to get food to eat. And right now, everything else today is just trying to tick me off. I can't seem to walk it without bumping into something that just wants to fall over and make a mess and just piss me off. I'm trying to clean it up. I'm trying to clean it up and then having another mess happen. I'm just so done with these last couple of days. Let's just get this shit going so I don't completely blow my freaking head off out of sheer anger. Anyways, focusing, trying to calm down. Paranormal Files. We are looking at the S.K. Pierce Mansion. I'm not even going to bother with the long-winded title. Let's go. Let's just get this show on the road.
Paranormal Files, we're at one of the most haunted mansions in all of America. The S.K. Pierce Haunted Victorian Mansion here in Gardner, Massachusetts. Dark and disturbing history. There's a possible murder that occurred in the basement. There's a room upstairs with, let's say, deeply disturbing history. And the paranormal activity that occurs here will give you nightmares. Darkness. So join us tonight as we head deep into the darkness of this notoriously haunted mansion. My name's Colin Brown. Welcome everybody, and you're watching the Paranormal Files.
I've heard the ghost of S.K. Pierce still haunts his black old house. His spirit scared away the tenants and even scared away the mouse. I've heard the ghost of S.K. Pierce might push or scratch or bite, so I challenge you to give a knock on his haunted door tonight.
All right, guys, so tonight we are in snowy, cold Massachusetts. How are you guys feeling about that?
It's
very snowy Massachusetts.
Very, very cold out
I'm
today.
assuming this was taking place like 3 weeks ago when we had all the bleeding
so now the
blizzards.
entire
Yeah.
landscape is painted in an eerie white layer of snow. And tonight we are headed to one of the most haunted mansions in all of America, the S.K. Pierce Victorian Haunted Mansion. None of us have ever been here before, but this place is notorious in the paranormal
heard of
world
other people visiting
for
here.
the paranormal activity that supposedly occurs here. I've had a lot of friends stay here overnight and tell me in advance that this is a very, very scary location. And, oh shit, I see it right there.
Oh my gosh.
Dude.
That's
holy shit.
Isn't that like, what a structure in the middle of this town?
Oh my god, dude.
It's like the Addams Family or something like that.
Yeah, if there was a
Just
place
about.
that would look like a haunted mansion, I would say this place definitely takes the cake.
I could agree with you on that one.
This is cool.
Right?
This is cool.
Oh,
Haunted Manor,
my
yeah.
god, dude.
Not sure about mansion, but
How
definitely
spooky is
a
that?
large home.
That's
Yes,
crazy.
definitely just
I guess it is a mansion.
Where
eerie
should
look.
we go?
A haunted mansion.
Take a right or left?
Yeah.
That man with the shovel looks
Well,
very confused.
guys, I think we got
'Cause they
our
got a drone
work cut
without
out for
a
us
camera on
tonight.
this.
Place looks
I'm surprised they don't
creepy
use the
shit.
drone camera for investigations.
All right, everybody.
This is badass.
Yeah, this is super sick.
I wondered.
Well,
I got to park in here.
yeah, let's park and
We got to make a roll into it here too. You know, there's
Yeah.
this snowbank.
I know.
We got our wagon here. Here we go. Should we go for it?
Yep.
Okay, here we
Time
go.
to get
Wow.
spooky.
Whoa. Yo, that was easy.
Not bad.
Walking around this property, it is just absolutely crazy how f***ing spooky it looks. I mean, I don't know if the camera is actually capturing how eerie this Victorian era mansion looks, but yeah, I think we're in for a treat tonight because this has to be one of the coolest looking places we've ever filmed at. And it's very cold, but let me tell you guys, I think sometimes when it's cold outside, that actually amplifies paranormal activity. That's just a theory that we've developed over the years. And yeah, it can't get colder than this. I mean, it could, but yeah, it just looks so
it could get
creepy and
colder.
spooky. Just take a look at it.
Like the week after that storm is when we got all those lovely single-digit temperatures.
So
I wonder why it takes a while for people to get over a cold around
one
here.
of the most beautiful places that we've ever been to. I mean, pulling up outside and the snow being all on the ground and just the odd, like, haunted mansion. Like, if you look up the definition of that, that's the first image that would come up. I mean, it just looks like really, really creepy, but also like beautiful at the same time. So I was really excited to check this place out.
The SK
Until you find out
Pierce
the history.
mansion is known to be one of the most haunted mansions in America. Now, frankly, this is a very notorious haunted house that I've wanted to visit for years. I mean, you have this really dark history that's inside of the mansion with the presence of a room that has some very unsavory history in it. It's called the room for some of the crimes that they suspect happened there. You've got 20, 30 psychics that have all been to this room and reported the same nauseating, disturbing, disgusting feeling of a crime that occurred there many times, but they have no record of it. There are also the bones of the young girl that were found in the basement that they think is from a murder case, a missing persons case, but it's never been solved. I mean, the police department got involved with this investigation after the owners of the haunted house received a message to go dig in the basement and found human bones. I mean, the story of that is just absolutely, it's just shocking. It's out of this world. So, obviously, rolling up to the place, it's like you're in paranormal heaven. I mean, just look at the damn building. It's spooky, it's gothic, it's Victorian, it's got a black exterior, and that day especially was snowy and windy and just creepy. So needless to say, we were very excited to get in there and begin our investigation. And like always, like everybody here on the channel knows, we start our investigations with history. And this historical tour is really wild, and we actually captured some paranormal activity during the tour. So, I don't know, just watch this. It seems like the spirits were ready to talk to us that night.
Hi. Welcome, everybody. This is the SK Pierce Mansion in Gardner, Massachusetts. You want to go in?
Let's do it.
All right. Let you lock us out. All right, we're going to come this way. Give us some history of the house. Sound good?
Yeah.
This is the SK Pierce Mansion. The house was built in 1875 by Sylvester Knowlton Pierce. He built the house for his first wife, Susan. Sadly, she passed away 2 weeks after it was finished, so she did not get to enjoy the home. She actually died upstairs in one of the bedrooms, the red room. They had one son, they had Frank. This house is actually 4 floors, 21 rooms, 6,661 square feet. You had to get that 666 in there somewhere. All right, It's got 2 parlors, 2 water cisterns, 4 bathrooms, 5 staircases, 4 fireplaces, 2 pantries, an ice chest. Let me think. 2 I said that. And that's pretty much, and a tower, which we'll all go up to, okay? All right, Mr. Pierce actually owned the furniture factory that's right there across the street. He started working there when he was 14 years old, and he worked his way right up to owning it. He became one of the richest men around the area. That's how he could buy this plot of land. The house that was here, he actually had it moved down the street, and it's still down there to this day. And then he built this house, like I said, for his first wife, Susan. Mr. Pierce actually waited the mourning period of a year, and then he married his second wife, Ellen, who happened to be 30 years younger than him, but the same age as his son, Frank. And that didn't go over very well with Frank.
Whoa.
So they had 2 kids together. They had Stuart and Edward. Okay? All right. This actually, if you look around the house, okay, everything in here is original. All the woodwork, all of everything up here is all original. The floors. This floor is not original because we had a leak upstairs in the master bedroom, and that had to be repaired, and it came down into this room. But everything else is going to be original as we're going through the house, okay? Come on this way.
What's up with this monkey mermaid?
That's not a monkey. That's the Fiji mermaid. That's actually the Fiji mermaid. She actually belongs to the owners of the house right now. They're actually really into the creepy stuff, into the haunted clowns and all this haunted stuff. They're into that. That was actually in their house for a few years before they bought this house. From what they told us, that was in their dining room, and they raised their kids with this in there.
Ugh.
And then when they bought the house in 2015, they found out that Bailey from Barnum and Bailey Circus used to come here, which I'll show you one here. He used to come here all the time, and because this is part of the Barnum and Bailey Circus, it's one of the Fiji mermaids. There's only 3 of them in the world, and this is one of them.
Wow.
So yeah, it's got real human hair, chimpanzee head. I think she's beautiful, kind of a creepy kind of way.
So it's not a real mermaid?
It's no, it's not a real mermaid. That's
Dang
just
it.
part of the freak show. You know, you might not remember it, but we all went to the circus when we were younger. We would pay $1 to go into the snake pit, the whatever, and you'd pay to see her too.
That's super cool.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, so here she sits. Yeah. All right, like I was saying, Bailey from Barnum and Bailey Circus used to be here. All right, Betty Davis, the actress Betty Davis, went to Cushing Academy in the next town over, and she was actually one of the Northern Stars, the Freemasons for women. Calvin Coolidge, when he was a senator,
I
he
didn't
used to
know
come
that
here.
about Betty Davis.
He was a
Well,
Freemason.
now the more you know.
Norman Rockwell, they said, painted upstairs in the 3rd floor here. Minnesota Fats, he played pool in the pool halls here. If you go into some of the pool halls down in Gardner, you will see him up, his pictures up on the walls. And then all the ghost hunters and stuff were here also. The previous owners, Edwin and Lillian, were literally scared out of the home. They bought the house in 2008 during a horrible ice storm that we had here. We closed down, the whole state was closed, the whole northern Worcester County was closed for 2 weeks. They bought it in 2008. They didn't get to move in until 2009. When they moved in, then they moved out in 2011 because they were scared out of their home. But some of the stuff that happened to them, if you look right here, this is actually a human bone. Lillian woke up one morning. Something told her to get out of bed, get in the shower, and go downstairs and start digging. So she did just that. Edwin woke up, her husband, Edwin woke up like, where's Lillian? Nowhere to be seen. He went to work, which he works from home. Upstairs in the nursery was his office. Blue Cross and Blue Shield is what he worked for. He's working away, and a few hours later, he looks out the window and he says, the car is still here, and she's not here. So he starts roaming through the house looking for her, and he literally found her in the basement, dirty, dirty, dirty. And he's like, what are you doing? She goes, I'm digging, get out of here. Okay, he goes back upstairs. He starts to go back to work again. A couple hours later, she comes up with this in her hand right here. And he's like, where'd you get that? He says, I dug it up in the kiln downstairs. He says, I'm actually going to the hospital, Gardner Hospital in Gardner right here. The next day for a physical, he brought it with him, brought it to his doctor. The doctor actually showed it to other people, and they all confirmed that it is to a female, 16-year-old female pelvic bone. So he brought it home. The next day, Gardner cops were here, detectives, everybody was here, investigating, seeing who did you kill, blah, blah, blah. Of course, we know they didn't. But they took the bone, and we haven't seen it since. But
So,
then
who do they think the bone belonged to?
we're going to get to that as we go through.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Right? We're going to get to that.
That's super
But they
crazy.
do not know that we actually found another bone. But that bone actually, they found the week after we opened. We opened up the house in September 2022. We closed the basement down so that we could put French drains in so we wouldn't have any water down there. Closed it for 5 days. On the second day, when I came to check on the guys, one of the guys says, come here, I have something for you. And I look in a bucket and there's a bone. I'm like, what the heck is that? And they said, we found it over by the tunnel. We were digging in the tunnel and that's where we found it. So I took it, put it in my car, all right, left it there for a few days. And my husband's like, Marion, get that bone out of the car. Fine. So I brought it upstairs to my dining room table. John's like, get it out of the house, Marion. So I wrapped it up, put it in some plastic wrap, sent it to the owner. And he gets it, and I didn't tell him it was coming because I was getting even with that because he brought that without telling us. And he opened it up, and it rolled out onto his desk, and he's like, what the heck is that? He still has it, but we are going to put it in a shadow box, and we're bringing it back because if that is a human bone like that one is, she belongs here. The bone belongs here.
Fair enough.
All right, so that's the story with that bone. All right, as we're going through the house, I'm
Hey,
going
at
to
least
pay
you're
attention to
getting
this right
some
here.
actual
This is the
confirmation of
floating
things
lady,
I had.
okay? She's been seen by many
Instead of
people in
just
this house,
suddenly
but this
bones
is the
here.
picture that
Ooh.
Edwin, the previous owner, drew when he saw a couple mornings before they left scared. All right, so let's go over to the next room. Okay, this is the ladies' parlor. That was the men's parlor. This is the ladies' parlor. It's a lot lighter, cheerier. I told yeah, please. I told you guys that there's 4 fireplaces in the house. 3 of them are slate. 1 of them is marble. This is the marble fireplace because it was built the house for his first wife. So this is actually a marble fireplace. This is Mr. Pierce right here, the picture right here, and that's Ellen, the second wife. We do not have a picture of his first wife. Couldn't find one, but you can definitely see the age difference going on there with her. All right. This was actually, like I said, this was her parlor, but this was also where they waked everybody. The casket was set up right here. This is where they waked everybody. They'd come in, whatever, pay their respects. But now we use it as the artifacts room. A lot of this stuff that you're going to see in here is stuff we found in the walls, in the floors, under the staircases. Lady's scarf right here, a child's shirt over there. Some of the stuff was in the basement, so you can look at that later on. Okay, so these are some of the pictures we actually got in the house with our cell phones, people. This is a picture of my friend Mark with his friend, and they took a selfie, and that thing right there, have no idea what that is. See that? Right there? No idea what that is. This is a picture right here of a little boy standing right here at the top of the second floor landing. Excuse me. And then this picture right here, Kenny, who did the house over, he renovated the house. Took him 4 years. This is Kenny and his wife, Mimi. Kenny was getting ready to leave, and he was standing by the main entrance over there. And he took this picture, and you see the little girl right here, long dark hair and a white dress. Her arm is actually back like this. She's running around the post. And then right here is a man standing on the staircase. Right? That's pretty creepy.
Wow.
This is a picture that a realtor took. This is Rachel Pierce, Edward Pierce's daughter. She died when she was 2 years old. She actually did die in the house. And this is Gordon. That he actually drowned in the pond down the street, and for some reason he's here. We don't know why, but he is here. And this is Mimi and Ken, like I said. They were renovating the bathroom right behind this wall right here. I think one of you guys just was in there, and they were like, let's take a selfie. So they took a selfie, and look at this right here. We're like, what is that? So they blew it up. It's a little girl. She's right here. It's Rachel Pierce. Yep. So she was watching you pee. Just so you know. Just so you know.
There goes
Cool,
watch
huh?
you pee.
Right? That's why I say later on, go around and take pictures with your phone.
There's no
What did I just get today?
Yeah, kidding.
Right? Right? All right, let's go this way. Okay, you guys, we actually came in the servants' entrance. This is the main entrance right here. We don't use that. That's his entrance. That goes across to the factory. His elite friends would have used that, whatever family, but we use this entrance over here. I was going to say both of these doors over here are 200 pounds apiece, just like the ones that he uses over here. That's the servants' entrance, side entrance, whatever you guys want to call it. And that's the servants' staircase, okay? This is the main staircase. I just showed you the picture of the little girl coming around here. That light right there is the only original light left in the house. This middle one right here, we finally got it working after years. I'm going to let me show you how. No, I'll just show you. After years, it used to be gas operated. It's now electrified. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah. So we got that working. This is the dining room, as you can see. When Ed and Lil owned this house, this was their living room. When they were in here watching TV, they actually heard crashing in this room right here, the pantry. They go running in there. It sounded like dishes had fallen everywhere. But if you look in there, all the dishes are behind glass doors. It was impossible. This is also where,
Welcome to some of the
when
things
they
I've
moved in
experienced.
2009,
And
was
not
spring,
alone, I would
a
add.
little boy that was next door over here on the second floor.
I'm going to find out others
saw a little boy in
had
this window
witnessed
right
it
here,
too
which we
on
know is
the
Gordon.
same day.
And the little boy in this window was like, come on over. He's like, all right. So he goes over to his mom on the second floor. He goes, Mom, there's a new little boy up next door. Can I go over and play? And they were like, sure. So they come to the door. Ed and Lil answered the door. And he's like, can I play with your son? And they go, we don't have any kids. He goes, yes, you do. He's in the window. He's telling me to come in. I'm like, no, we don't have any kids. All right, he was kind of bumming. But still to this day, he can also be seen in this window here, waving to the ladies that sit over there on those chairs. All right, but Mr. Pierce, when he had this was his dining room, like I said. There was a big round table right here for him. He had a huge crystal chandelier hanging here. This was his seat right here. Underneath the rug right here is a nipple in the floor. He sat here. He hit the nipple with his foot. The butler would come running out, set up the salad plates. He'd hit the nipple again. Butler would come running out, cleaning up. They had no idea. He was controlling everything with a nipple underneath the rug right here. This is genius. We're going to go this way.
I need one of those.
Yeah. Oh, honey, get me this. All right. Let's see if I can reach this. This is my favorite room. This is the butler's pantry. Like I told you guys, everything is behind doors. All right behind you is actually the original copper sink for the butler. And this is the dumbwaiter, right here. Okay. Isn't it beautiful in here?
Yeah.
It's like I cannot reach that, so I'm too short. And this is the cook's pantry. All right, this is the original flour and sugar bins for the house. There's a barrel in here. She would have flour on one side, sugar on the other. This is where she would cook. So everything, the hinges, all this stuff is all original to the house. This is a speaking tube. This actually goes upstairs to Mr. Pierce's room. It would have like a little funnel on it, and it would come out here, and he has one up in his room. And if he needed something, he'd talk into it like, bring me a brandy. And you would actually hear it come out of here. And then they'd talk back, okay, we're coming up, whatever. But when we go up there, I'll show you where they are. All right, this is the original ice chest. What do you think of this hallway? Isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah.
This is an ice chest. The Iceman would come once a week, bring big blocks of ice, put them in here. They'd put all their perishables and whatever in there. And when the ice melted, it actually melted downstairs into the cistern for water. We're doing the basement. Let's get it over.
Okay.
Because it's freezing. This is not my favorite place, just so you'll know. Not my favorite place.
Not a ha-ha kind of funny down
I'm just going to
here.
pull up a picture about this basement. I told you guys that
Or the-
Lillian was digging. This is where she was digging. This is called a kiln. This is the kiln. You put a fire in here. You build a fire, and then there'd be like a tin pan with a lip that would sit in here, put water in it, and you would boil the water, cook, clean, whatever. There used to be 3 sinks right here. And when we put the French drains in, we had to take them out because we couldn't get the French drains in, which is sad. But like, remember I told you guys the week that we had to close down the basement? We closed the basement down. I'd come every day to check on them. Told you about the bone. The last day, that Friday, I come in at 7:30 in the morning, open up the door behind the wall over here, let them in, I go to leave. Doreen, who sits over here on this porch right here every day for 14 years, every day, has her cigarette at 7:30 in the morning. I go to leave. She goes, Marion, come here, I gotta show you something. I'm like, okay. And I go over to see her. I'm like, I'm gonna show you this picture in this window right here, levitating.
Oh my God.
Can you see her? Remember I told you guys about the lady in white upstairs? I sent you the picture. Right? And if you notice, see the medallion right there? Oops, sorry. Look how high up it is. It's in this one over here, but they're all high up. You can actually see her knees. She's levitating. So I says to her, I said, what is that? She goes, I caught that about 20 minutes before you got here. I'm like, and you know I hate the basement. I don't come in the basement. And you didn't tell me. She goes, you're a ghost hunter. It's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. And then another picture we got in here, actually kind of almost right where you're standing. About a year ago, the previous owners came back for the first time in 4 years to do a tour. Had them here. There's about 35 people in the tour. Some lady comes to me and she said, Marian, I want to go take a couple pictures downstairs. Is it okay? I'm like, that's fine, that's fine. She would sit down here like 2 minutes, tops. She comes back upstairs, everybody left. That night I was doing a ghost hunt, and I'm in the men's parlor sitting with my friend. My phone rings, or should I say bangs, and it's Rob, the owner. He says, how many short people were there? I think I was the shortest one out of all of them. He said, well, then this isn't you. And I'm like, holy crap, no, that's not me.
Oh.
So this is down here.
What the hell is that?
I know, right? The girl that took the picture was standing in the other room. Okay, see the wood?
What the
You see some
fuck?
right here on the trash barrel. It's still sitting on the other side of the wall, but this is down here. All right, we do have a name for this guy. About a year ago, we were doing a birthday party here for my friend Naomi, and there's 14 people here, and one of them happened to be a psychic, and she was upstairs with us, and she's like, open up the kitchen door, the basement door. Somebody wants to come upstairs. I'm like, I counted everyone. I'm like, we're all here. There's nobody. She goes, I'm telling you, there's somebody's coming up. He wants to come up. And I said, don't open that door. So we pulled the picture up, and I'm like, Brandy, with my friend Joe, is this the person you see? She's, yeah, he wants to come up. He wants, and we're like, no. I know he can probably walk through walls, whatever, but whatever. So she said that he said he was conjured. Somebody actually conjured him up. Somebody brought a Ouija board in here without permission because we do not allow them in the house, and conjured him
Oh
up.
my
And
God.
his name is Stanley. So tonight when you come down here, you want to talk to Stanley, okay? I think he's still here. He said that he was conjured and he's a tunnel worker. We have a tunnel in this house. So, but this tunnel's all through Gardner. So, yeah. So he's down here too, okay?
He's creepy.
What Gordon is it? Alice?
Yo, so yeah, so she was standing in that doorway right there, and he was like right here looking at, and she didn't even see him.
That's freaky.
Is it crazy?
So he was
Yeah.
standing right there.
He was standing, yep, if you look the trash can's right here. Here's the trash can. Okay, it says right on it, Sumner, so right where you're standing is where he was.
Ooh.
Right? All right, so in here is this is actually the cistern, one of them. There's one on the 3rd floor, and then this is the other one. And this is the dumbwaiter. All right, it starts here, goes to the pantry where I showed you guys, and then it goes up to the nanny's room. Right, this is the one I just told you guys. This goes to the kitchen. So when you're down here later on, if you need to get out, you can go this way too, okay? That's where Stanley was standing. All right, over here is actually the gardener's room. This is the gardener's room. No, that's not his lawnmower, but this is the gardener's room. The gardener's name was David. All right. I'm gonna say I'll give you a story. About 4 years ago, I had a group come here from actually Fall River, where the Lizzie Borden house is, where I think you guys are going. They came here. We were one of their first investigations. As you guys know, you get the house from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. They were an hour and a half late, so I was a little bit upset. They got here at 7:30. I gave the tour like I'm giving you guys. They were taking pictures. At 8:30, we were done. I said, you guys have the house to 1 o'clock. Go enjoy. I'll stay in the kitchen. About 15 minutes later, they came downstairs. We're like, we're done. I'm like, what? We're done. We don't want to do it anymore. And I said, I'm not giving you your money back. And they're like, no, we're done. Packed up their stuff. They left. They closed the house up. I'm over here where we're parked. I'm in my car. My phone bangs. I get this picture that they took. If you look at how tall these pipes are, and see how tall this is right here. Can you see him?
Oh my God.
He's tall, right? His head is almost as tall as the pipes. This is before we put the French drain. This is for the French drains. The water comes through here and goes underneath. That was before. But isn't that crazy? So his name is David, okay? Right, he's creepy.
Who is
It's
he?
huge.
The gardener.
Oh. Oh wow.
The front staircase that we don't use, Mr. Pierce's entrance, Kenny, when he was redoing the front stairs, he pulled the boards up to sand them and paint them, and he looks, he goes, holy shit, that's the tunnel. We didn't even know where the tunnel was. Of course, we grabbed the ladder and we went down into the tunnel, because that's what we do. And we grab the ladder, we get down there, and it's blocked off, though, because about 35, 40 years ago, somebody wanted pound sewer and water, they wanted flushables, so they caved in the tunnel that goes across the street, too. So now, he used that to actually, the pipes from the factory would come through here and heat the house. He used it probably to go back and forth to work. He brought people, servants through here, guests through here, whatever, as we go through the house through here, right? But that's where the tunnel is right there. Oh, yeah, here's a picture of, this is the tunnel.
Oh.
That's me in the tunnel. Because what are we gonna do? We're gonna grab a ladder and go down it.
Why don't you like
Especially
the
when it's
basement?
open for a minute.
I had my first experience down here.
What was it?
It was, I'm gonna say about 9 years ago. I was standing over there by the tunnel, showing my friend Mimi around the house, and we were talking about the old furnace that used to be there. And I said, I don't like it here. The house, I just don't like it down here. I said, I think this is where the guy that used to live here used to sit here. I said, but I also heard it was a demon. And as soon as I said the word demon, something grabbed the back of my jacket, yanked it, and I fell backwards. And I brought myself forward, and I was shaking. And Ken was coming out of this room right here. And he goes, I just watched your whole jacket get tugged. And I'm like, I turned and looked at him, and I was shaking. That scared me so bad. And
But
I'm like,
there are no demons here.
no,
though.
of course not. No. But that's what I
That's good.
said. There's no demons here. All right, this is actually room 5. This is the wives' room. I told you Susan died 2 weeks after it was finished. This is where she passed away. Let me catch my breath.
Yeah.
Just in this room, too. This room is very heavy.
Yeah.
Mrs. Pierce, the second Mrs. Pierce, Ellen, he put her in here. His room is across the way over there. They did not share a room. But he put her in here, and she died in here. So both wives actually passed away in this room. Over here is her water closet. pay no attention to the fan. But there used to be a sink here. Because she had if you were anybody back in the day, you had a sink in your room, right? This is also where, when Mimi and Ken were working here, they actually work in Beverly, Massachusetts, by Salem. She is one of the head witches, and they're both paramedics, drive ambulances. They would work home, drive the ambulance for 24 hours, get in their car, come here. They'd come here, they'd work for 24 hours, sleep, and go back and do another 24-hour shift. 4 years. That's how long it took them to finish this house. And I want to say it was renovations. It wasn't a restoration, okay? They didn't rip things down. One time, Ken came by himself because Mimi had to work a double shift. So Ken came up here by himself, and he's sleeping in the bed. She normally slept on that side. He slept on this side. He's so tired from working. He was just starting to fall asleep. He felt that whole side of the bed depressed down. He's like, what's going on? Something climbed into bed with him and started spooning with him, and he liked it. Kenny said it was the best sleep he ever got. And we're like, you're kidding. He says, I swear to God, Mimi and Marion, that was the best sleep I ever got. Something spooned with him that night in this bed.
Spooning a ghost?
Spooning. The ghost spooning him.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
hoping it's Ellen, because Ellen was his favorite ghost, a favorite spirit. Also in this room, when they were sleeping, they set up their equipment over there. The fan over there on the floor right there was turning on and off. The door was slamming shut and opening. The doorknobs were wiggling. And something climbed into bed with them, cried right up in between them. They think it was a child. They were okay with that. So this is where they stay. I slept in this room twice. I slept like the dead. Nothing ever happened to me. It was perfect. So, all right. You're going to notice there's numbers on the doors, okay? It actually, back in the 20s and 30s during the Depression, the Pierces actually had to close the factory down because it wasn't doing very, it was a depression. So they opened their house up as a Victorian inn. And they actually let elite people come in here and stay here. They actually waited on them. So while their friends would be in here sleeping, then they leave the next day. After the Depression was over, opened the factory back up and had their house back. But when Ellen Pierce passed away, 2 boys passed away, so the last one to have it was the baby, Edward. He didn't do very good. He wasn't a very good businessman, sorry. And he lost the factory. So he had to sell it to actually the owners that have it right now. It's in their family. So he opened up the house as a boarding house. And that's why you'll notice the numbers on the door. But in the 60s, Jay Stemmerman is the first person to own this house that was not a Pierce. He actually owned this house. So he bought the house from Edward, and he told Edward, you can still stay here, but you're going to be the caretaker. You can live here for free, but you're going to take care of the house. So that was the deal. So Edward Pierce went from this elite, prominent man to a servant, right? Until he passed away in the house. Right?
Where did he die?
In the house, in the other room.
Oh.
Yeah.
How did both of the wives die?
The first wife ended up with some sort of bacterial flesh-eating disease, and his second wife had cancer. But I will tell you, I was going to wait till, but I'll tell you something right now. Mr. Pierce passed away in 1888, and he left everything to his wife. Back in the 1800s, women weren't allowed to have anything. It was always for the men. So he left everything to his wife, Ellen. Frank, the first son, was not happy because he thought he should get everything. So he actually sued her. He took her to Worcester courts, and he sued her for the factory, all the money, the Victorian, and he wanted custody of his 2 stepbrothers. He lost. She won everything. Yep,
Because
really.
it's part of the will.
So,
You can't
right?
go against the last will
Right?
testament of your
Right?
father.
Come on over.
Good luck, sonny boy Jim.
All right, this is actually Maddie Conwell's room. This is the nanny's room. It's not as pretty. I mean, it's pretty, but it's just not as grand as what you see through the rest of the house because she was a servant. Right behind you on the wall right there is a speaking tube. See the plastic thing coming out? That actually goes to Mr. Pierce's room. She's the nanny to the kids. It doesn't go to the wives' room. It goes to his room. Also in this room, you'll notice right over here is a built-in bureau. That's been here since the beginning of time. We know the house. That was her bureau. But in the wintertime, when they started downstairs, the fireplace down in the dining room, when they started that, she had heated clothing. His wives didn't have heated clothing, but she had heated clothing, right? Also, right below your feet, you're stepping on 2 bolts. Open your leg. See the 2 bolts right there? You just, yeah. Those 2 bolts belong when the cistern on the 3rd floor, when that fills up with water, somebody would come in here, turn those 2 bolts, the water would drain through the whole house and go fill up the one in the basement. That's how he had running water in the 1800s. Guy was a genius, right?
Interesting.
This is the dumbwaiter I told you guys about. All right. It's now a closet. All right. Fire department made us close it up because if there was ever a fire, it would shoot through the house. But there is a story about this
Fair enough.
dumbwaiter. Back when the house was empty in the 70s, the kids used to break in. Neighborhood kids would break in. They actually broke in through the basement window where I showed you guys the floating lady. They would break into that window. They'd come in here, they'd play hide and seek. Not a whatever. A little boy was hiding in this closet right here. Then he hears the girl that's it, 7, 8, 9, 10, here I come. And he opens the door a little bit and he sees her run by and go to the 3rd floor. And he's in here, he's like, I got a good spot, I got a good spot. Something grabs his shoulders, yells in his ear, pushes him out, get out. He ran downstairs, down into the basement, jumped out the basement window instead of going out the front door that I'm sure you and I would do. And he ran home. And he lived 3 houses down the street on the left. That was my nephew Trevor. At the time I did not know, I promise. I wasn't working here at the time, but he was breaking into this house with all the neighborhood kids. He is 38 years old right now. That was happening when he was 7. I've asked him, I've been here 13 years and I've asked him, Trevor, come in here. All these YouTubers, ghost hunters, ghost adventures, all these TV shows want to talk to you. He goes, I'll never step foot in that house again. And he wouldn't come back in here. He went to Iraq and back and was shot in Iraq and he still will not come back into this house.
Dang.
It scarred him. I mean,
got him good,
7 years
yeah.
old. So
It scared me too.
that was, I know, right?
That's the
Right?
impressions to that one.
It's quite the trauma.
There's a lot of trauma. I mean, he's been to Iraq. He was shot in Iraq. And yeah. All right, this is the nursery. This is where the babies were. Babies had a sink in the room because we all know babies are messy, right? So they had a sink in their room. This is also the room that Edward was in. The smallest room in the house. We do have pictures of when he was in here. His bed was like a little small, like a twin bed coming out here. It was crazy. That's how he stayed, was in this room. When the previous owners, Ed and Lil, had the house, this is where his office was. I told you guys he worked for Blue Cross and Blue Shield. His desk was right there, facing this way towards the nanny's room. He's working away in here, and they had 2 little Bichon dogs, Casper and Wendy. And Casper and Wendy were in the hallway right there on their backs, and he saw something rubbing their bellies. And he's like, well, that's kind of cool.
Oh.
A few weeks later, he's in here working. An apparition of a man, where you're standing, came right up out of the floor, looked at him, and then dropped back down into the floor. And he was like, that's not cool. So he went downstairs and told Lillian, and she says, you're full of shit. Sorry. That didn't happen. She said, go across the street and get our dinner. The pizza place that's over there right now, his good friend Chris used to own it 10 years ago. So he goes over to see Chris, and he says, Chris, you're not going to believe what happened. I'm working away. And then an apparition of a man came up out of the floor. He had scraggly hair, white shirt, blue overalls. And Chris says, are you kidding me? A guy just had a heart attack 15 minutes ago in my pizza place and died. Scraggly hair, white shirt, blue overalls. He died there. He came here, came up and looked at Edwin and gone. The next day, Edwin drew this. This is what he saw come up out of the floor in, I think it's 2009. Saw this come up out of the floor. He brought it over to Chris, and Chris was like, that's the man that died in my store. Right?
That is an eerie picture.
Wow.
Yeah. Imagine seeing that.
No.
He saw a floating head in this house one time too, right here. So, yeah.
What do you mean?
Like a floating, I have a picture of it. I'll show you guys later. I saw it floating in the house about 7 years ago. Downstairs, I saw a floating head. Freaking weird. It was you know the door that you guys came in? That servants to entrance? I was coming out of the kitchen, going into the other room, and they had a camera set up looking at the main staircase. And I stopped and I looked towards the main staircase, and I'm looking at the camera too, but with my eyes, I saw, it's almost like the size of a soccer ball. A clear plastic bowl float by, stopped, turned and looked at me, and it was Mr. Pierce's face. And I was like, holy crap. And then it turned and it flew into the ladies' parlor. Went right through the wall. So I got on the walkie-talkie. I'm like, get your asses down here. You're not going to believe what I just saw. So the guys come running downstairs. I said, it's in there, it's in there. And I'm still standing where I'm at. And they go in there, and doesn't it come back out of the wall? It comes out of the wall, turns and looks at me again, but then it's pulsating. It's like, it's not his face, but it's pulsating. And it flies right into where the ice chest is. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
I saw a
wild.
floating head. Right? That's
wild.
the same night that somebody got thrown down the stairs, which I'll show you when we go up.
So it's kind of looking like Madame Leota from the Haunted Mansion. The crystal ball and the head.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know. That's crazy. I'll show you the picture. It's crazy.
Wild.
Okay, this is the bathroom if you guys need it. Okay. This is the only original piece of furniture in the house. This is Ellen Pierce's safe. You know, this is her safe. It's wicked heavy. She probably kept her jewels, maybe her court papers when her wonderful son sued her. But yeah, this is
Wonderful.
the original
Lovely
safe.
son.
Edwin Lill actually didn't want the safe, and they
Chef's
sold it.
kiss.
Couldn't get it out of
Just
here
a
because it's
lovely
too heavy, so
lad.
we had to give the money back. My husband and I own one of these. Try to shut that. My husband,
Oh my god.
we own
That's
one
like
of those.
solid steel.
Yeah, and we actually had to move it with a tow truck. We own a towing business, a garage. And we had to get the tow truck to move this.
That's crazy.
I mean, this works if you guys want it. This is from the 20s, this thing. Right? You guys can dance tonight. Mom and Dad are gonna dance tonight. Right? Right?
Oh.
Let me see if this is on. Come on in here. This is Mr. Pierce's room. This is his, right? This is his bedroom. He had the biggest room. I mean, the wallpaper's perfect for him. Picked up the wallpaper, the owner did. But yeah, this was the biggest room. This was his room. Like I told you, right across the hall is their room. He had the fireplace. He's the only one on this floor that had heat. So when his wives were cold, honey, come on over. That's how it worked back then. Everything on this side of the house, the blue parlor downstairs was his. This is actually his bedroom, and above us is his billiards room or man cave. Overlooks the factory right there. That's the factory. Okay?
What are the goods that are made at the factory?
I'm sorry, chairs. Actually, it's chairs. This, like that chair behind you. All the small chairs that you're going to see through the house were actually made over in the factory.
Okay.
The furniture is not original to the house, just the safe. This is actually the room that Ed and Lil stayed in when they were here. This is the room that actually got them to leave. Scared them to death. Granted, they were here for 2 years. A lot happened during that time, but the last straw was in this room. When their bed used to come out that way, they had a bureau here and a bureau in front of those windows. She was taking a nap in here. All of a sudden, he's working. He hears her screaming, "Get her off me! Get her off me!" And he comes running through the bathroom, and he sees her in bed, and literally something is pushing her into the bed. He can see her whole body being depressed, and she's screaming for her life. He tried to lift her up. He could not lift her up. He said she was like 500 pounds. And she's a small woman. She's small like you, small. And finally he ended up just taking the blankets, pulling her, fell to the floor, released her, whatever it was. And she said, "Hun, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done." He said, "We're leaving tomorrow." They went to bed that night. They're sleeping, and he wakes up in the morning and hears somebody crying. He reaches over to Lil, and she's asleep, opens his eyes, and in this window right here, this third window right here, he sees a lady floating. The lady in white, I showed you guys downstairs, the one down in the basement. He sees her floating in here. She's got long dark hair. Her gown is ripped open in the back. She's got her hands to her face and she's crying, looking out the window. He wakes up Lily and he said, "We are out of here." They packed up the U-Haul, called me up at 11 o'clock. They packed up their bedroom set, first of all, and they packed up the twin beds that were in the other room and the living room set. Called me at 11 o'clock and said, "I need you." I came over here and I said, "What's up with the U-Haul?" They said, "We're leaving." "Well, how long are you going to be gone?" "We don't know yet. We don't know yet." So they handed me the key to the house. That was 12 years ago. Still let myself into the house with the same key. And they left. And they were gone for 4 years. 4 years they were gone. They were paying for this house for 4 years and couldn't even live in it. They went from 4 floors to her sister's basement. Maybe the room downstairs might have been this big, and they had like your bedroom set, the 2 dogs, and yeah, it was small. But I was sneaking in investigations and tours to help pay the mortgage, the insurance, and all that, because they still had to pay for the house. And after 4 years, they called me up and they said, "Marion, put the house on the market." Okay, I got a hold of my friend that's a realtor. She put it on the market. 2 weeks it sold to Rob and Allison, who own it right now. Now that scared the crap out of them. One time, actually, Lillian was where we're all parked over here. That driver was not there. They had like a fire pit going. She's in the basement cutting wood with a hatchet. She has a bundle of wood. She carries it outside, comes back in for more wood, and her hatchet's missing. upstairs. She starts yelling at Edwin, what do you do with the hatchet? He goes, I don't have your hatchet. It disappeared. A year later, she was in here making her bed. She's pulling the blankets up, and she looks this way, and right in the middle of the floor, right here, was the hatchet standing on its head. Right in front of the bureau. How did it get... Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Very weird.
Yep. Lots of knocking, banging, doorbell. The doorbell ringing. The doorbell doesn't work. Doorbell's ringing, knocking 3 times. Crazy.
So what was holding her down?
A spirit.
She never had any idea what it was?
I do know. Before that, they had their friends Derek and Rob in here, like the day before. They were investigating. They were downstairs by themselves, let Derek and Rob doing whatever. It's getting late, so they said, come on downstairs. Derek came down, Rob didn't. A little while later, Rob goes down the main staircase, and he's actually hanging on to the railing as he's coming down, but he looks dazed and confused. And she goes running over to him. She goes, oh my God, are you a diabetic? And doesn't say anything, and looks at Derek and says, is he a diabetic? And Derek's like, I don't know. As soon as she reached over and touched him, whatever was in Derek literally jumped into her. Literally jumped into her. And they left. Like, all right. I came, let's see, my God, 3 days? For 3 days I called. I banged on the door. They're not answering the door. They're not answering the phone. For 3 days. Finally, on the 3rd day, she opens the door. I'm like, what the frig are you doing? I have a tour tomorrow here with my Girl Scouts. And she's looking at me, you guys, and she's Lillian, but she's not Lillian. And she's looking at me, and I'm like, are you okay? I said, I got all the pellets in the car that the Girl Scouts all bought for you so that you guys can heat their house because they didn't have oil at the time. Too expensive. So I said, I need Edwin's help. So the staircase downstairs, the servant staircase, she's starting to pull herself up the stairs, and she couldn't even make it 2 steps up. She's pulling herself, and she's like, Edwin. He doesn't come, but I look at her, and I grabbed her, opened the door, I pulled her outside over to where we're parked, and whatever it was released her. It freaking released her because she came outside. He looks out the window at me, and he goes, Marion, you're here. I'm like, what the heck? Where have you guys been? He comes downstairs. I'm like, I have been banging on the door and calling you guys for 3 days. He goes, I'm going for a run. And he left. He went for a run. So her and I are sitting on the steps. I'm talking with her. She didn't know what was going on. She said she didn't know that she was dreaming that whole time. She didn't get up to use the bathroom. She didn't get up to eat, to drink, nothing for 3 days. And he did not check on her. He would use this staircase over here. Something was keeping him away from her for 3 days. But she does remember seeing, she says she remembers like falling in her state, and a letter V was coming up towards her. If you look out this window right here, on the steps, there's a letter V for the Victorian. See on the stairs? Oh, it's full of snow. You can't see it. Sorry. You can go shovel and look for it. Yeah. But there is a letter V down there. She remembers that. She also remembers walking through a swamp and just holding the reeds like this, walking through the swamp. That's all she remembers. Doesn't know who had her, nothing.
Wow. That's crazy.
It's crazy. I can't even, I literally put my arms around her, opened the door, and ran out the door with her. So, but I did just talk to him the other day.
Wow.
Yep, they're doing good.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
At least they're doing better, right?
If you'll notice, before we go on, look above every stairwell, every doorway. See, they have SK Pierce over here. Over here is Ellen's room, Maddie's room, and this is Eno Sari. So tonight when you go in the rooms, you'll know where you're at. All right, come on in here.
I can't help but notice some tension. Music just
This
started.
is Eno Sari's room. April 9th, 1963, Eno Sari actually burned to death in this room. It was when it was the rooming house. This was his room. He was actually a vet. He was a mechanic, an auto mechanic. He worked in Gardner. And he was a drinker and a smoker. Hence all the objects right there. I should have told you guys could have brought an offering. But these are offerings for him from everybody. You guys can use them tonight for trigger objects. I think somebody brought him gummies. Well, that's new. All right. Somebody brought him an electric cigarette so he doesn't burn to death over and over again in the afterlife, right? Somebody grew some tobacco for him in Westminster. I think it's illegal, but whatever. We have a flag for him. He's a mechanic, so talk to him about cars. His favorite baseball team is the Cubs. Okay? He loves the Cubbies, okay?
He's a talkative
He likes
one,
cars,
apparently.
he likes trucks, so talk to him about that. All right? Yeah, so that's it in this room.
So what? I mean, burned alive?
Yeah.
Smoking and drinking. He he went to work. He was a mechanic. His niece came in about, I don't know, I'm going to say last year, in November was a year. She came through here for a tour and she said, I'm just going to let you know that Eno was my great-great-uncle. My grandfather was his brother. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. She says, well, nobody really knows this, but when he was working, he actually spilled accelerant on himself. But Eno wasn't a good hygiene, so he just came home, started smoking and drinking, fell asleep, and burned to death.
Here?
And, yep, his bed was coming out this way. His death certificate is right there on the sink. It does say that he burnt from here up. So this piece of wood right here
Bad
was found
hygiene.
by the roofers outside this wall right here.
Face
So
covered
this
in chemicals.
proves
Just
that the
boom.
fire was on this side of the house. When I came to check on the roofers when they first bought the house, I came to check on the roofers, and he hands me this piece of wood. He goes, "Here's a souvenir." I'm like, "I don't want that." So whatever. So I took it, and a few days later, the owners just happened to be coming up, so I handed it to the owner. I said, "You can have that. I don't want it." He brought it home. Him and his wife Allison drove. They live in New Jersey. Drove up, stayed the day, and left. They got home. They went to bed. He wakes up the next morning. He goes into his truck, and every door, glove box, window, everything was open in the truck. And he goes back upstairs to Allison. "What happened? What are you looking for?" She goes, "I was in bed with you. I didn't do anything." So he goes back downstairs into the truck and notices this is the only thing in the truck. It's in the back seat. So he takes it to the framer that day. He said, "Keep it. I'll be back for it." I think he said like 9 months later he went back and got it. And then they brought it up here, and it's been sitting here ever since.
That's super cool.
I'm so glad I didn't take it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, wow, what a
Uh,
thing to have in here that would bring back energy.
And yeah, so tonight, you guys definitely use the trigger objects right here. I will tell you guys, somebody actually brought him, what are those things called, vapes?
Yes.
It's a vape. I don't smoke, so I don't know. Somebody brought him a vape and put it in here. About 3-4 weeks ago, whatever it was. I came back 2 days later to do a tour, and it was missing. Somebody stole it. Bad karma will get that person.
Yeah, karma.
And there's 2 nip bottles that were empty in here. I'm like, more bad karma.
Bunch of
Right? That's
thieves,
horrible.
bunch of
You
dirty
steal
thieves.
from
If
a
it ain't
dead
him
drunk
taking it
guy.
and using them, someone else is getting a
tonight
bit
when
of
you're
karma
also
from
gonna
a
use
very
these.
upset truck driver who's
actually
going to
made these.
undo your vehicle.
It's out of copper, okay? And this one's out of tin. Okay, so use these tonight too. He's very proud of his work.
He made those?
He did.
Wow.
Gave them to his niece, who is a good friend of mine. Yeah, so use these tonight, okay?
That's super cool.
This is the servant's room. This is the servant's floor. He had 22 servants at a time in this house. They took shifts, you know. But this is where they mainly stayed. Maddie had her own room downstairs. We know the nanny. 2 of the servants stayed in this room over here, and his main servant, his right-hand man, stayed in the other room. This is actually the cistern, the water cistern. In the attic are troughs. When it rained, there was like tubes going outside. The rain went into the tubes, floated everything down here and filled this thing up. This is original to the house. It's still levitating up off the floor by all the original chains and ropes. This one holds 750 gallons of water. The one in the basement that I showed you guys holds 2,500. Right? So here's a spigot right
Like
here.
you said,
They probably used it
old school
cooking, cleaning, the servants did.
running water.
And then these things
Just
right
tons
here
of it.
went all the way down this side, all the way down this side, hung a rope up and did their laundry. It was probably a beautiful breeze up here. He did not have American servants. He had from other countries.
Other countries.
We know that Maddie was from Nova Scotia.
Okay.
We do know that. We do know that there was African American servants here.
Okay.
Yeah, from overseas. Assuming they were, what is that called? Indentured?
Indentured?
Thank you. Yeah.
Indentured
And probably
servitude?
came here thinking,
Okay.
oh, I'm going to work my time off, and
Yeah.
Never did.
probably not, because I'm not done with my story about the floating lady. Come on in here. I'm hoping you guys get some activity in here tonight. This is Susan and Sarah's room, room 8. I feel it's one of the most haunted rooms up here. One of them. Okay, this is Susan and Sarah's room. We'll be in here investigating, and the door will slam shut, and then we'll hear women out there talking. We'll be out there, door will be closed, and we'll hear women in here talking. What the heck? One time I was in here, before the bed was here, I was in here with my friend Carol and her daughters and her son. We're standing in like a horseshoe right here. And I'm like, slam the door. Didn't happen. So I said, slam the door, please. I saw a black mass coming from where you are, from the other room, came and stood right there, and then it charged us. All of us literally jumped back. I had to reach back and grab Brian because he almost went out the window. His back hit the window. And then it went flying through the wall right here where you're standing, and there was a softball in the other room, and it hit the ball and it rolled across the floor. We were like, holy crap. It took me 6 months to come back upstairs. It scared us to death. So you want to try that in here, okay? Also in this room, I told you it was Susan and Sarah. They were both 16 years old. Susan ended up pregnant by somebody in the house, somebody of stature, and she disappeared. Kenny wrote a book about the house, all about the Pierces, nothing about hauntings or anything, and he cannot find Susan anywhere. He went to Boston, Springfield, Worcester, all the registry of deeds. She went completely off the census. Gone.
Must have forced her to change her name and
Find
everything.
downstairs in the basement.
Wow, really?
That or that, yeah.
She was a servant?
They were both servants in here, Susan and Sarah. 16 years old. What do we find in the basement?
And Susan gets pregnant.
By somebody of stature in the home.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And there's never been any DNA testing done on the bone?
No, the bone's gone.
Oh, yeah,
Not
shit.
the bone, the cops took it, it's gone. I wish we had it.
Someone you keep saying someone of stature. Are you referring to probably?
Pierces, whomever, because when we go into the other room, that tells you where everything. All right?
Wow, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
A murder mystery.
This has a dark history. Oh, look at the numbers, guys. 6666. Ooh. Tell me that's not weird. Tell me that's not weird. Come on in here.
And 66?
What are the odds that be like that right now?
Right.
What are the odds? This is the billiards room, okay? I'm gonna give you a little bit of a story, but we're gonna get another pool table up here, so you will be able to.
Perfect.
I actually have a Yahtzee game and cards I want to set up in here too. But anyway, about 8-9 years ago, we were downstairs, me and Ken, myself, the previous owners, and our friend Tina. We were on a round table. Did you guys ever hear table tipping?
Oh, yeah.
We were doing that downstairs by the safe. If you've ever done it, the first time I did it, freaked me out. I'm looking under the table, I'm like, they've got to be moving it, and they're not moving it. The table starts freaking going crazy and rocking. And it literally walked to the safe, and it kept slamming into the safe, slamming into the safe. And Kenny's getting mad, he goes, cut it out, cut it out. We picked the table up, brought it back over to the middle of the floor, and it starts again slamming into the safe. So we're like, what's going on here? We get off the table, we're looking around the safe, and behind the safe, in the woodwork, something was wedged in there. We dug it out with Ed and Lil's permission, and it was a skeleton key. So we got back on the table, like, put the key down, like, what does this go to? And it starts slamming, counting to 9, then it would stop. Count to 9, and then it would stop. This is room 9. We took the key, we tried every door. There's 72 windows and 54 doors in this house, and it did not fit one of those, except for this one right here.
Whoa.
So the key, yep. So that key somehow unlocked this door, but you know what? The key disappeared again. 2 days later, we couldn't find it. It's gone. None of us have it. It's missing again. So we do know, we tried it. It did lock the door, but for some reason, the door is unlocked and the key was hidden behind the safe. A lot of nasty stuff happened in this room. I'm gonna say in the 13 years I've been here, I'm gonna say 200 psychics, if not more, have come here. Crazy. They'd stand at that door right there and they'd look in here and they'd be like, oh my God, what happened in this room? They'd have a hard time breathing. They come into the room, they go to this closet, and they actually call this the rape room, R-A-P-E, rape room. A couple of psychics went in there. Actually, over the summertime, I had a psychic go in there and she puked. She had to run to the bath. She was puking so bad because it just wasn't a very nice room. You guys have to go in here tonight. There's chairs in there for you guys. We hear screaming in here. We have people yelling, help me in here. A lot of the psychics see the women in here being raped. Yeah, you'll definitely have to go in here tonight, okay?
So,
a very nice room.
Who would be being raped and by who?
Servants. How does a servant get pregnant?
True. But being raped by the owners?
Yeah, whoever was in here. Yeah, his elite friends, his elite guests.
And do you think that the floating lady with her dress is ripped open in the back?
We do know who she is because Eric, our maintenance guy, because they didn't even tell you guys this, Kenny passed away. He ended up getting cancer in March of 2022, and he died in September of 2022. So we had to hire another maintenance guy a few months. What was that? What was that?
That was like a chair set.
Yeah, a squeak or a
You got that. You had to got that.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
it was like
Oh, it was definitely.
There's nothing out here.
No, it's back here.
I mean, that sounded like someone sitting in like a wooden chair.
yeah.
It was a.
Why don't you ask him to make a sound or something? Let's pause for a second.
Can you make that noise again, please? That's somebody talking.
We gotta stay.
All right, the bar's closed. There's nobody over there. There's no. I'm gonna look out the window.
Something. Yeah. That wasn't like
See
a
if those ladies are sitting in the red
wood
chairs.
creak. That was like something between a talking and a cough.
Never been to a place
Almost
with
a
a
wheeze.
rape room before. I mean, that's really, really dark. I mean, that's probably as dark as it gets. Up with that and being like a murder room too, which, I mean, there's a good chance it was used for both. So
Very good chances.
That's
used for
really
both. That's
disturbing.
the kind of stuff they're getting away with.
Wow, that was crazy.
That was weird.
Yeah, that came from behind me.
I think it came from in here. This is William's room. His right-hand man who did everything for him. Got him his clothes, got him his food, got him his women, whatever he needed. This is his room.
William the servant.
William the servant, his right-hand man. Remember I showed you the picture downstairs of the man on, he's standing like this?
Wow.
I'm hearing it again.
Right there.
Oh, no one was walking?
closet.
That was a footstep.
I thought that was from the closet.
People listening.
Yeah, no one's moving. The
Is there somebody
heck?
here?
Can you make a louder noise for us? Please? That sounds like a dress rustle. Like
I know.
Like a
I gotta
woman.
say, it's incredible how quiet it is in
The
here.
bar's not open right now. You guys
Yeah.
got lucky.
And the snow and everything, it's just like silent.
Okay, one more floor. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
so,
And so it begins.
and you never finished what you were saying about the woman in the other room.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm sorry. Sorry to your work listeners. Eric was working here the second day. The second day he started working here, in the hallway, if you look where the attic is, you'll see that we had an air conditioning leak up there. And he was, what's that stuff called? That spackle stuff that's blue when you put it on and then it turns white and you sand it down. Whatever. You can see where it is in the hall. That was another voice.
Uh-huh.
Maybe they don't want me to talk about it because I'm about to. Oh, I just saw a shadow. Oh. I just saw a shadow right there in that room. Look, I'm shaking. Wow.
It's getting to her. It's getting to her good.
Bridget, I'm going to talk about you. It's okay. My name is Bridget. I'm shaking still. Okay. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Should I keep talking about it? It's when I talk about her.
There was just a.
All right, let me continue talking about her, okay, Bridget? If you have something else you want to say, come on over.
I'm like total chills here.
That was loud.
I'm gonna mention your name again, Bridget.
The
Flicker.
light just flickered, and there was a knock.
It's like crazy.
That's stepping. That's walk. I heard walking. Okay, so here's how Bridget floating. That's the end. He literally came down off the ladder, checking his stuff. I'm still gonna talk about it because this is when it's happening.
That was like a gallop. That was like 4 or 5. That was like this. Wow.
He literally came down off the ladder, checking his stuff. I'm still gonna talk about it.
Hold
'cause this is when
on,
it's
hold
happening.
on. Wow.
He literally came down off the ladder, checking his stuff. I'm still gonna talk about it.
Hold on,
'cause
hold
this is when
on,
it's
hold
happening.
on.
Yeah. That was wild. That was a lot.
What is that? Is that a ball? A piece of plastic? Okay.
Yeah, let's finish the story.
I'm gonna finish the story, Bridget, if that's okay. So anyway, he steps down off the ladder, which is over there, and he's looking up at his work, and to his right, you can see the railing that goes downstairs. He literally sees the lady in white floating, leading like this, long dark hair, dress ripped open in the back, and she was floated down the stairs. He called me. He goes, about 10 o'clock, he goes, Marion, you're not gonna believe what I just saw. He was crying. He's a grown man, he's crying. I'm like, why are you crying? I'm not scared, but I'm feeling her feelings. He saw her twice in this house, and then he saw another lady in this house when he was coming from the tower. She had a beautiful gown on, her hair was prim and proper, her hair was all up. Right where you're standing, floated by the doorway, and went into the wall. No,
So a very active floor.
you still have, that was you, that had to be you.
There's a knife right here.
No, I heard that. It might have been my footstep though.
By the way, I'm pretty sure that ping was me.
In here. This is freezing, so if you guys do
Something
walk
in my
in later on,
background.
just shut
I'll
the
worry
door.
about it
But
later.
her name is Bridget.
Bridget. The only reason we know that is we were actually doing but we were investigating the basement. We were trying to get a hold of Bridget, and we asked her. I actually said, I'm sick of. I don't want to call you, hey you or lady. Can you please give us your name? And she says, literally over the voice box, I'm Bridget. Okay, so we have Bridget. Okay, so go ahead up.
First?
Sure.
Oh God.
No, just the tower. Oh my. Oh, it's freezing. It's cold up here. Yep, the tower. Yep.
Oh my god.
This is so cool.
This is
This is amazing.
I love this light.
Me too. The perfect gothic purple.
Wow.
A good view of the town up here.
This is the tower.
Is this the end of the tour?
This is the end of your tour.
Okay, then I have a couple questions.
Up here in the freezing cold, can we go down where it's warm?
Yeah, we can go now.
We know what's warmer. And where the ghosts are.
Every haunted house needs a couple old rusty toys to give a little deathly atmosphere. I'm good for a quiet, gloomy home. Or a really loud one!
Okay.
Hello again.
Yeah, that's creepy.
It's creepy.
What would you say are
But the mentors are here. They're coming to eat
most
your
active
soul.
places in here?
Third floor.
This whole floor?
Probably this room. Yeah. That's yeah. The basement. Why you need to set up cameras?
Yeah.
Definitely the basement. And I'd say the second floor, I would leave your, I'm going to show you a video in a little bit. It's crazy. On the second floor, leave it on the landing where you can actually see all the rooms, the hallways, okay? That's where the shadow people walk through.
So, pretty much everywhere in the
I'm
house.
sorry. Are you going to have handhelds?
No, that's a
Are you gonna
good
have
thing.
Not the
handhelds?
first floor.
Well, the
Oh, yeah,
first
there
floor
you
is
go.
pretty, it can be.
No, I know, but you didn't say the first floor.
I know, but it can be active.
Yeah, no.
What do you think? So, second question, I got 3. Then, what do you think is the scariest part of the house? Like, this room?
The RAP.
You just hear that?
Yes.
Thump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt it in my feet.
And why do you think that that's the scariest
Because
part?
this is a disgusting room. I think it's because we hear all the women screaming. We'll be downstairs in the kitchen and we will hear somebody screaming. And we'll come running up here and there's nobody here. Yeah. And I've been yelling, help me,
Wow.
help me.
It's
Come
sound.
on. Yeah. Put your mother in there tonight. I'm going with you. Okay. I'm usually bait.
Okay.
I'm bait.
I'll go with you.
So, last question. We asked this to everybody. You would say that this place is haunted.
Yes, this place is haunted. This place is haunted.
Anything else? to
Third
say?
time it's haunted. I've been here 13 years. It's haunted.
I feel that we need to express how
Anything
haunted this
that could
is, and we
happen
have
to
to say it
somebody
3
here
times.
has happened to me.
I'm excited. I don't know about you
I hope it
guys.
stays, you know. You know what happened to us 3 weeks ago? We were in here. My friend Jessica, her daughter's boyfriend, and myself. When we were quiet, we were in that room right there. The house was quiet. I locked the door. Everything was quiet. I'm sitting by the bureau in there. Jess is over by the cistern, and her boyfriend, her daughter's boyfriend, and Cam were over by the wall. We hadn't even sat down 3 minutes. And Cam's boyfriend, Josh, I think is his name, took the red ball that's under the tree and he stuck it at the top of the stairs. It's flat, so when it sits, it's gonna not go anywhere. We weren't even in there 3 minutes. All of a sudden we hear bang, 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 bang. It sounded like somebody was running up the stairs, and I was like, somebody's in the house. And of course none of us get up, but Josh gets up and looks, the damn ball rolled down the ball hit every step going down and then stopped right at the bottom. Didn't roll, stopped. So the next day, we get her daughter in here, Genevieve, who's 6. Get her over here. We said, Genevieve, move the ball for us. We stuck it right where it was. She kicks the ball and bounces and goes all the way to the main series. For some reason, that ball it stopped right there.
That was only a couple weeks ago.
That was just 3 weeks ago. When we come here, she likes to divide us up, 2, 2, and 2, and we're quiet. You know, yeah. So much stuff has happened in this house.
So we're in for a treat, basically.
I hope so. I hope it's active for you. I can't promise you, but I hope it's active. It's been crazy so far. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I think we're in for a treat.
Me
I
too.
hope you're in for it. I hope so.
All right, guys.
Okay.
You ready to get spooky? All right, you too.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That was
My phone. That was I know. I was like, no.
Say that again. What just happened? We were just sitting here telling a story about this ball.
I just heard 2 loud thumps like right next to me.
One more time before we come back up. Does anybody that's up here, Bridget, want to say something to us? Let us know you're here.
Oh, that's up.
Yeah, it was like,
It was a owl like, ooh.
I heard that from down here.
thank you so much. I guess we're going to go downstairs and grab our stuff and come back up.
It's already 8 o'clock. I'm so sorry. It looks like.
Oh no. That was,
I'll leave the ball.
well, that was eerie.
Yeah, that was.
I did not expect that to actually happen. No, it's not. No.
No, I didn't.
No, nobody moved that ball.
I didn't move that
I
ball.
did not.
I was downstairs when y'all set that ball up.
And I walked over it. I said, I'm walking
Yeah, I
off
was
the
right
wall.
between you.
We're just doing B-roll right now.
That's really weird.
And when we went down, that ball was sitting right there. Because you were telling us the story about it.
It was sitting right on me.
Right here.
Right on the
And I
edge.
stepped over it, and then you guys stepped over it.
Oh,
Okay, how
so
would it,
Papa Spooks was the zombie butler.
get over a hump?
I expect
Can you move it?
Connor was. Oh, yep. Connor was
Yeah,
the
just
skeleton.
to see
So
what it's
Mom
like.
was doing the lady in black.
Oh, it stops because it's flat.
I mean, that's heavy.
It's heavy and flat.
Right here. It was literally right here.
there.
Right there.
went over the hump?
Yeah.
I mean, that would happen.
I might have gotten a shot of it because when we were standing right here hearing that noise,
then it
it was
stops.
sitting right there.
Oh, that's crazy.
When
The
you guys were
exact
doing
way.
that, I
this
was
kid-
hearing something up here. You were
Yeah.
hearing it too when we were in the master bedroom.
Yeah, that's weird.
No, that's
I mean,
really
it's-
weird.
That couldn't even just move a little. They'd have to like get force on it. Look at it, it stops where you put it.
That's crazy.
I didn't move it. I was before you guys.
None of us moved it.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Grim Reaper.
Interesting.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Perfect.
There we are.
Okay, hold on.
Alright, get one of them like this.
Who wants to buy?
Am I done?
Yeah, we're done. Good job,
Last shot,
everybody.
good job.
Hands in the middle. Mom, we did it.
We did it.
Let's say B-roll on 3. 1, 2, 3. B-roll! Okay, so
pretty
before we
extensive
go
B-roll, to be
downstairs,
fair.
we're documenting that this ball is sitting right here like it was before.
Yes.
Okay?
We gotta go past it on camera, see.
Okay, yeah, here. I'll come down the stairs.
Everybody on down. We can still see it. It's
There it
still
is up
there.
For future reference. So at this point in the evening, it was finally time for us to investigate this notorious haunted mansion. And I mean, like I said at the beginning, the history of this place is
I will say, I think watching
unbelievably
this has lightened my
compelling.
mood a
I mean,
bit.
whose bones
But
are
then
those
again, I
in the
haven't had to
basement?
touch anything
What
and have
happened in the
exploded in my
rape room?
hands.
Who, who's
That's my
haunting
water
the
bottle, which has been
mansion?
behaving
How much
very well
did the
since I cleaned it
family members
yesterday.
who lived there and built the home, how much did they know about the crime? I mean, were they potentially involved? We don't know, but there are people that think that they were. I love when we have locations like this where there's an element of mystery, of something that we can solve. And we definitely got some answers that night. Okay, y'all, so it is 9 o'clock at night. We are about to start our investigation here
Also,
at the
quick
mansion,
question.
and
Might
what a
break for
history,
lunch
guys. I
here.
mean, the history of this building
Oh,
is
yeah.
just so fascinating with the activity.
actually, no, we're gonna
I mean,
keep
it's just
going.
crazy how dark and seemingly negative a lot of the activity is. I mean, holding people down in their beds, charging at people, screaming, tortured screaming, axes disappearing and reappearing. I mean, it's just really,
Hour
really
59
strange. And I don't know.
I'm
It
not
seems like there
starving.
are some,
Let's keep
some
going.
definite unrested or restless spirits that are here inhabiting the mansion. But I know we're all super excited to be here. What's up, everybody?
Excited at the B-roll.
Okay, we're gonna go down the line. Connor, how are you doing tonight, buddy?
Doing good. It's a beautiful snowy day here in Massachusetts. This place is really cool. There's a lot of history of this place. And I mean, as you guys know, when we're doing a tour and we're already getting a lot of activity, usually means we're gonna have an amazing night or a very spooky night. I think that this place is really, really creepy. Beautiful place, but I mean the history, people burning to death in here.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Bodies or bones being found in the basement. I don't know about you, but if any place is gonna be haunted, it'd be a
Seems
place
like
like
this
this.
Well, how about you two, the
Are we together?
two peas in
Yes.
a pod?
I mean, what could be better than a haunted mansion on a snowy, creepy night?
Haunted Mansion.
I'm
Her
so
favorite.
excited.
Yeah. I mean, I think Connor said most of it, like just during the tour. It's like all the noises and she saw shadow figures and
Yeah, so many noises
it's
already.
hard to remember already for me how many things happened, but it's a really cool house, a lot of history, so I'm excited to go.
Yeah.
I know, you guys, it's always so good to have the whole fam together.
Yes!
Here we are.
This is night one of our spooky road trip across the East Coast.
Yeah.
Everybody's so
It's a train.
ready. Yeah. Choo, 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 choo. Oh, phew.
We better get out of here.
Don't get plowed
A
in.
lot of emergency lights.
Oh yeah.
They are clearing a lot of snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There they go.
Also, yeah, this snowstorm came out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
No.
This is the
It's a
first storm that they've
first
had in
storm.
so long.
Yeah,
Since
Since
what'd you
la-
say, like
March?
Last, yeah.
March.
Yeah,
yeah,
March
that's
maybe.
nuts.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we got
Ooh.
14 inches of snow here last night,
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, when we landed, there was no snow.
No.
Right.
and then here we are in a winter wonderland.
Voila.
Yeah.
We brought our snow skis.
Not sure how close they are to Wisconsin, but yeah, that's kind of what happened up here too, around
let's head in and
time.
get spooky. I have a feeling something dark is gonna happen tonight. I just get that feeling upstairs.
Yeah.
It's
It's gonna be
something's
It's
gonna
creepy.
happen.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
tense is going on up there. You
Yeah.
just about bet
forgot
on
about
it.
that.
Ball.
It's already
That's on the
active.
most active floor.
Right.
Well, that's where we're headed
Okay.
first, folks.
All
So
right.
Let's head in. Everybody give me a good evil laugh to start this off.
I'd be scared if I heard that. She's like, these are investigators.
Dude, look at Connor. It's detecting stuff.
He's looking out the window. Who are these people? What's going on?
You see that, Mom? Oh my god! That's trippy.
So when it detects something,
That's
That's it, detecting something right there.
right there, it's blinking the blue.
Something is moving in this doorway.
Oh, I see.
That's crazy, dude.
So it's that blue,
Yeah, that's detecting stuff moving in that room over there.
and then if there was nothing moving, there just would be nothing on the grid.
Yeah, the whole last time we used this, it didn't move once.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh.
Is there somebody over there in the servants' quarters?
Heard something. Ooh, yeah. Weird. Not sure what that was. Could be a dog outside or something, but not very likely in this weather.
Oh my
I mean,
god!
it's not a lot of wind, it's just a lot of nasty
Look
cold.
at that. It's getting fucking closer. Oh my god, the
I
whole
haven't experienced
screen.
it myself.
Look at that. That's a laser grid right there that is tracking motion in front of it, and it's been getting bigger and bigger. Like this thing's coming closer and closer to us. There goes the music box right there.
Mama Spooks is trying to
Okay,
film it as
so
much as she can.
we are upstairs right now
Jumpy.
on the 3rd floor of the SK Pierce Manor. This is where we're starting our investigation. This is where during the tour we were hearing tons of noises. We are in the assault room or the rape room.
The assault room
We have
is
that
a
laser grid
nicer
set
term,
up.
but
I've
yeah.
already included a bunch of footage.
It's fully lit up.
I know. There's something that's just getting closer
The
and closer
grape
to
room?
us. So we're just going to start out in here. I'm
Rhymes
gonna
with
turn-
grape.
Our Ovilus is on. Connor's got a new Ovilus. It's called a Spirit Chat. This is a device called the Tempest. It has 78,000 words on it. We're gonna use the Spirit Talker and we're gonna turn on this bell. It's an EMF bell. It's pretty much like a REM pod.
And this is new too. This EMF meter right there, right?
Yep. All right.
That's quite the AMF meter. Ooh, hi.
Like we're here. What the heck?
That's wild.
Can you stop? Can you stop touching that bell?
Thank
Okay,
you.
everybody. To whoever's here in the SK Pierce house.
Hers.
Hers. We just want to introduce ourselves. We're just here to speak with you tonight. My name is Colin.
My name's Connor.
My name is Mary.
My name is Jeff.
So, you're not going to scare us this evening if you come and speak with us. I think you might have figured out how to touch that bell. You can go touch that thing and let us know that you're here. I know, something's just standing there on that. It's crazy.
I do not understand.
So, that's kind of sad.
Okay.
It is past.
Dude, that laser grid is completely lit up.
just told it to come ring the bell. Thank you for doing that. Now, can you try to not ring that for a second? I don't think so.
Passage.
Passage.
Is that on the right room?
Sorry, I might miss that.
Whatever is in the hallway is like, right, it's filling the
Right.
entire, oh, it's getting cold actually. Okay. I can't tell. Okay. I can't tell, trust me. If you're here with us right now, we're gonna be quiet for a second. Can you make a noise and let us know where you are in here?
It's a creature.
Oh, this is just like...
Cold in here. I just said it was getting colder. And it's a creature?
Can you touch my device a little bit more here, make it go higher?
Not instant. Not instant. Can you tell us who you are?
Active. Oh, that's the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Leave right now.
Leave right now.
Someone's not a happy
If you want us to
chappy.
leave this room, why don't you ring that bell? Can you tell us what your name is?
Let's say Sean.
Sean. Best friend. Best friend. Is there somebody here in the house with us right now?
I'm right next to you.
Ew.
Okay, who are you? Okay, if you're right next to me, can you ring that bell that's in front of us? All you have to do is walk towards it. XNXX.
X and X. That'd be like XXX. Where you from? I don't know.
Go.
Go! Dude, what is in here? Oh, I'm chill.
Quite active and doesn't like you being in that room, apparently.
That was crazy. Why? So, who wants us to go? Nancy!
Nancy?
Administrator. Nancy? If your name's Nancy, can you ring that bell or walk towards one of our red lights and touch them?
Bridget, are you here?
Okay.
Yo.
That was a yes.
Christopher.
Christopher.
Could be complete.
Cook. Chris Cook.
Yeah.
Our fan.
Our fan.
Chris Cook.
That's
And you know
trippy.
what?
That's
You know
trippy.
what? You know
Chris
what?
watches our videos all the time. Chris Cook.
Oh,
Christopher and Cook.
Yeah, that's really
Chris, you're gonna be
and
watching this and tripping out, man.
Colin, one like minute ago, I can show you on here. Chris,
Oh, what the? That was a major bang out there.
Colin. Christopher, my nephew, messaged me 1 minute ago.
What?
Oh.
Right here. And I can just, like, Christopher.
We missed that was a big loud bang out there when we were talking.
Bridget. Bridget, can you make a sound for us in here?
Oh, jeez. Oh. This thing spiked
Liam.
up red.
That was in the red. That was definitely in the red. It was low red, but it was still in the red. That's quite high.
Right at the top.
Just out of nowhere.
Can you play with this again?
That's got a lot of juice.
Yes.
There's a lot of energy in that place.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yes. Come on in. We hear you walking around out there.
There's someone standing right in front of that laser grid.
And there's nobody there.
Who's standing in front of that laser grid right now? Can you tell us?
We are watching you all.
That's actually one you don't hear very often.
I am happy.
Well, something isn't.
Who's
Who we're talking to?
who's watching us right now?
Hide.
Hide and seek.
Oh, no.
Remember that story?
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah.
In the dumbwaiter.
Careful.
Really?
Indeed.
Dude, I feel like we're like surrounded by people.
Watched? Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like
If there's someone in here with us right now, could you touch one of us?
I get no privacy. Oh.
Or touch something.
Terrible.
The terrible room.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
What?
No.
Oh my god, guys. Terrible
And that's
in the rape room.
That's
Oh
happening right now.
my god.
That's actually insane.
After I said touch one of us.
It actually says that on the
Yes.
That is bizarre, man. What is that? That is bizarre, man. What is that? That is bizarre, man. What is that?
I hear something in the background. That's loud.
And of course, this is going nuts right
Yeah, and so is this. Theme. Deficit theme. That voice, there's nobody outside. It's a f***ing blizzard today. Like, no one's walking around.
It's a female voice.
My name is Walter.
Wait a second.
Is there a Walter in the history?
William.
Walter, who are you?
Did you bring that paper, Mary? Oh, yeah.
Did you guys hear that voice?
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Did you bring that
Oh,
paper?
yeah.
Did you bring that
That's
paper?
like Roman
It was
growl.
like, it wasn't like a...
No, that was a straight up voice.
Okay, let's. So, you said terrible
Yeah, okay, yes.
Martin. Were you forced to service men up in this room? Whoever you are?
Wish you would slip out of the thing so we could actually.
Can you tell us the name of one of the men?
Yeah.
Bridget, whoever this is, can you tell us the name of one of the men who hurt you? You're safe here with us. Pat!
Oh, that thing just spiked.
Is there a Patrick?
God protect protects this place.
God protects this place.
Get to the side here and I caught my microphone.
Oh my God.
Move the microphone a bit.
So Pat is one of the people who assaulted you?
Imprisoned.
Women were held captive in this room.
See my shadow.
The cook.
Again.
That's weird.
Okay.
Maybe the cook was.
Torch.
Torch.
Oh,
The guy burned downstairs.
And a torch.
Dude, cook?
He's the Human Torch.
Oh, he did cook.
Also, the guy next door in this room over here, that was like
The lead
the
servant.
dude of the like he'd
He
get
did all-
food.
He was his right hand man.
Yeah.
he'd
You get the food.
yeah.
The
Maybe the
food.
cook was the person
Yeah,
who
quotes,
was
you can't see me doing
raping
that, quotes.
people in here
Bringing the girls in here.
to be raped.
Okay.
Were you assaulted? Were you sexually assaulted by the cook?
Slaughtered by the cook. The body's downstairs.
Oh my
Which
word!
we
That's
think
why
the
that
cook
body's in the basement in pieces.
The guy next door.
Jones.
And Susan or Sarah, which was the two? Which was the one? Susan might be down the bones that they found, and probably was attacked. Susan, if it's you, and you were attacked in this room over here, let us know on any device here. Like say your name. That'd be the best thing. Or what happened to you.
Installation.
We're here to help you if you're still here.
I think we should keep asking questions about the cook raping and murdering someone.
Okay.
So what else can you tell me about the cook? Can you tell me what his name was?
So what's weird is how this bell is going crazy and like it's not anymore. And that stuff out there.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So this room was dangerous to you. Bad things happened in here?
Anna.
Anna.
Hate.
Hate.
There could be so many different people. Craziness is
That we're
like
taking in there.
they boarded people here, elite people here after that.
Well, I mean, a woman's name,
Servants all
Anna.
over the place.
The rape room. How many servants did they have? She said so many that weren't even documented, really.
Just- you can't even know.
Is there a woman named Anna here?
German.
German. Remember he said that they were like from all over the place.
Yeah. Marion said they're all over the place. Europe.
German guest.
German guest. Hurt Anna in here?
I mean,
Lace.
So, were you just staying here when it was a boarding house? Were you a guest?
Comply.
Then you have to comply with the rules?
Growl. Victory.
That was a chair dragging.
what was that?
Yeah.
100% that was a chair dragging.
Assault.
Oh my gosh.
Chair.
And you just said chair drag.
Oh shit.
Lung cancer.
She died of
died.
cancer.
Oh.
Mm.
One of the wives.
Yeah.
One of the wives, yep.
You have a name down
I
there.
have that. The wives were Susan and Ellen.
Who died of
Ellen
cancer?
was, I think, the last one.
Ellen died of cancer.
And how did both of the wives die?
The first wife ended up with some sort of bacterial flesh-eating disease, and his second wife had cancer.
Okay. Okay, who's in the rape room? Who's in the rape room?
It was like
Just dead. Have you noticed anything in the hallway with light activation or anything?
it's just standing there. It's completely, fully laser out.
See IoT.
Stabbed.
Lost everything. And stabbed.
He lost everything.
The son who died on the second floor.
Be
lost
careful.
everything.
Stabbed.
Dude, it's almost
Backstab.
like. Okay, listen, hear me out
Lost
here.
everything.
It sounds like there's the spirit of a woman who was raped and. What is it?
Mark.
Sounds like there's a spirit of
Well,
a
he
woman who was
self
raped and murdered
backstabbed
here.
and lost everything.
And we've been being warned this whole time. It's almost like there's the spirit of like a murderer or somebody bad here as well. You know, lost everything. Somebody really angry. Could be Edward.
Listen. Let's listen. Desire.
Frank.
Frank. That's so weird. Right at the exact same time, Frank. Did a man named Frank hurt you?
What's that? Is that from your device?
Yeah.
Like a whistle?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I've never heard that noise. Who's Frank?
Oh.
Hey, yo.
That just scared the shit out of me. I saw your reflection in the window.
That went off in the rape room, right?
Oh, that's not supernatural. I'm right here.
It's kind of bouncing around.
Death camp. German and death camp?
Oh.
Isn't that kind of weird that we got both of those words on two different
And
devices?
there could be
Interesting.
actually a survivor from the German concentration camp.
Anna? Police
But I-
force. Something's making sense here. So let me guess. You were
Albert.
Albert. You were a survivor. You were raped and murdered here? Were raped and survivor.
Oy.
You were raped and
YouTube's
murdered here?
overreach on the policing of words is obtuse.
You were a
and
German
obnoxious.
immigrant? Tell us one more thing about who you are.
I got a better one for you, YouTube. Holocaust. Fuck you.
Collectors.
Continuing on. I wouldn't give a damn.
Remember when
I'll say the word.
swarming
That's what they
this
did.
place, looking for bones.
Mm,
There were collectors.
True, they were collecting the bones.
Don't trust. Don't trust the police?
Can you have reptiles out in the hallway?
Yeah.
But those are hardly gone off at all. It's the rape room over here.
I want you to see me.
Okay.
And this can be painful.
There's a knock after that, if you didn't hear it.
We all would love
I
to
just saw
see you.
something in that doorway.
How about the grave?
That was in the closet.
If we come out into the hallway, will we be able to see you? We're just here to hang out and figure out who you were. If you ring that bell, we'll come out in the hallway and you can show yourself to us.
Hey, you don't have to be afraid of us. We're not gonna hurt you. We just want to talk to you.
Spirits are here.
Beware of the dark.
Don't trust. This can be painful. Beware of the dark. Like, these are negative words, guys.
Right.
And this said rejected. It's almost another murdery word. Like, this guy lost everything. He was rejected, struck out and raped and killed someone.
Or inject. Maybe you can inject somebody with like a sedative or something.
And I really think it's just too weird to have German and death camp on two different devices. That has to be related to somebody that was from that time period in Germany.
And likely part of the staff or something.
Mom, you want to go sit over in that closet?
Sure. Oh, I'm a little freaked out.
Here,
I
take
think
this
there's
with you.
another chair in
And the
there.
Chair.
Yeah.
Okay. This is kind of like creepy, but it just said nipples.
What?
Yeah.
Film it, Mom.
Nipples.
Promise.
Oh!
What the?
Who's this?
It
What?
just said movement.
Ask it a question there, Mom.
Gore.
Oh.
Gore. Yeah.
Did somebody hurt you in this room?
Let's see. Yes.
That's a yeah.
Can you tell me what they did to you?
Something with their nipples, apparently.
Safe.
Safe.
You got 5%.
The safe.
Oh, the safe.
Oh,
Really?
the safe.
Yeah.
It says the safe. Well, that's the.
Oh, Philip.
Philip.
Latinas.
All right. My mom is in that closet. If there's anything, if there's anything you can tell us about the person who attacked you, can you please tell us? Oh. Tell it to her.
Grove.
What was that?
Armenia. Oh, another country.
All these different. The servant.
Faces in fog.
The servants are just kind of saying where they're from.
Yeah. She said
Maybe.
that this was a portal house. I mean, this.
I mean,
may
the guy
be a
died across the
reach,
street,
but
showed up, and disappeared again.
Faces
It
in
kind
fog.
of is.
Death camp, German. What if it's someone who like died in the? I'm not.
Or survived it and got
That's
here,
just, like,
or
crazy
here, and
weird.
then died.
Also, I mean, after World War II, a lot of people left Germany and came to America.
Is that a knock in the closet, Mom?
I thought I heard something.
I think it ought to be out here again.
I just got the word factory.
Oh my
The
gosh.
factory right over there.
But that, like, they came to America to find work.
It's
And
possible.
And so, I mean, a lot of them were coming through New York. And then, I mean, I'm sure a lot migrated over here too. Yeah. And of course, they'd be looking for work. There's a factory right next door.
Yeah.
No.
What do you take this bell to mean, Colin, when it goes off? Is it? You
I think it's a confirmation.
It's a confirmation or trying to get attention, either way.
So, were you possibly raped and murdered by someone who was working at the factory across the street? Can you ring that bell or say something if someone from the factory killed you?
I
What did you not hear that?
That was Mary.
My voice is heard.
Okay.
I'd say.
So we're actually getting closer to solving the mystery.
That's nuts.
That's nuts.
Okay.
So, can you ring the bell if you were killed by somebody from Germany?
If you were killed by an Armenian, do you want to ring the bell?
Do you believe in us?
Yep.
I just got upskirt.
Upskirt?
What?
Like
Oh, that one's in the hallway too.
scanners.
Dude, what's that blue? It's completely blue over there.
It's a laser grid.
Right in
Something
front of the
was
grid
standing
again.
there the whole time. Right in front of it.
The rumors are false.
Rumors.
What room?
Does that mean that the official story that people tell is false and we're getting the real one right now?
That's a big yeah.
Oh my god.
There's some more noises out in the hallway.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess ring the bell and give us one more sign.
Ladder.
Ring the bell or touch that red light in the closet like you've been doing again. Or knock. Give us a sign. If you came from Germany, you were murdered by an Armenian guy, and you were sexually assaulted in this room.
Okay, remember
That was her.
what Marion said about Mo Sargi did an SLS on there?
Yeah.
We should do an SLS.
I thought that was her. So maybe that's one of the other girls. You know, that's what happened to that girl.
Yeah.
I got Nigeria and NSW.
Again, coming
Help
from all
us.
over the place.
Help us.
How can we help you?
How can we help you today?
Dude, we're getting closer to the truth.
Patience.
Do you know what happened to Susan? The girl who got pregnant? And went missing?
I mean, I got existed because they did try to cover up her, you know, life, and
Mm-hmm.
she did exist, and they tried to cover her up and bury.
Well,
Literally
I think we're
possibly
getting
try
a
to-
pretty good start here. I say we break out the SLS.
That's a great idea.
Meh.
All right.
Okay, I'll get it.
Yeah, just pause that, and then we're gonna pause everything.
Okay. And then
Dude,
They
look.
keep secrets.
Oh,
They keep secrets.
okay.
Orders.
You guys can pause.
Dude, what if the other people who worked here were forced to keep the rape and murder a secret? Oh! Mom!
That's easy to buy. Hi, yeah.
I just got alphabetical. Oh.
Mom, you want to come back out here? Let's pause for a sec. All right, so we are going to have Mary stand right here in the closet, and we're going to see if we can bait this thing into coming out. So,
Stranger.
stranger.
Am I a stranger in this house? I want to help you.
Not sure if some of them want to be helped.
Okay, dude, look, I
In
got.
fact, I wouldn't be surprised if a few of them might want to help themselves to you.
Go to your left. Go to your left. Keep going. Okay. Okay, we got a huge figure. Would that be like a man?
It's
Mom,
I
Okay.
respect you.
Are you serious?
there's someone
Okay,
next to you.
okay.
there,
Oh
Mom.
my god.
It's move.
He's huge.
Reach your right arm out. Oh, you're right in it.
touching
Do you feel
him.
anything?
I mean, seems strange,
But it feels cold in here. That was a squeaky board.
Yeah, what was
that?
Is that from inside there?
It's unpleasant.
Look at it, it's got its hand on her head.
Can you touch me?
Oh. Okay, look at it touching her head. Look at that hand on top of her head.
Oh my god. It's like right
it's
there,
sitting,
Mom.
it's sitting, it's now on your arm.
It's like you got its head. It's got its
look
arm
at-
on your head.
Really?
That was crazy timing.
Can you put your arm down? Okay, kind of step back to the left. Okay,
Wow.
so
Mom,
should we have?
ask-
Oh, it's gone.
Oh, damn it.
It's gone.
Larry.
Okay, hold on.
Wait, wasn't Larry the maintenance guy? Or am I making that up?
Don't move, Mary. Okay,
I
guys.
don't remember who that
Guys, are you back here? You came back. It's on the bottom, on the floor now. It's laying on the. It's the same color as well. It's the same person.
It's like, Mom, ask it what it wants.
Oh,
It hanging from the coat rack.
What do you want?
you got it.
Yeah.
Do you want to hurt somebody?
Oh, okay. It wants to hurt somebody. Should we have Mom? Should we have her get on the chair?
Frank!
Mary,
Again, Frank's
put
the
your
second
foot
time
towards
I said
the chair.
Frank.
Oh, wait a second.
Was Frank the Armenian guy that hurt you?
Was Frank the Armenian guy that hurt you?
Look, it's on the chair, guys. What the?
You're not gonna hurt me.
What's that? That was a big movement behind us. Should we have you, Mary? Put your kneel down. Just kneel down, but don't sit on the chair.
I'm starting to get
Oh, look at
weird
it. Look
vibe
at
in
it.
here.
Oh, it went away.
Anybody else getting a weird vibe in here all of a
It's a
sudden?
very weird vibe. And in here it's really cold. And just like I feel
It's
like
an
there
hour
is
left, I
something in
believe.
here.
I feel like it just changed though. Like I feel like literally I have like goosebumps up and down my arms now. Did somebody else just walk into this room?
I'm from ancient times.
Oh, what would that be?
Oh,
Hands up, Mary. I think there's stuff with Mary.
dude,
Reinterpreted in multiple ways.
that is
Air quotes
okay.
from ancient times.
Ancient times could mean like just old, you know what I mean? Like 1940s. Or ancient times, I mean, I'm not even trying to reach here, but it said empire on our device. Like, how weird is that? Oh, and my light just died. And my f***ing light died at that exact
Ping.
moment. Dude, what the f***?
There was
bro?
more motion out there too, or
Did somebody just... Dude, how weird, bro. I just said somebody came in here and my light dies. What the f***, dude?
Hi there.
Dude, this is really, really creeping me out a little bit, man.
Should I put a nice shot?
Where's the... Did you hear that?
And this.
Mary, Mary, can you go to your right?
Is there somebody out there in the hallway?
My remains.
No
way.
My remains.
Look at
I got
another
a
one.
tiny bit.
I got another one. Oh my gosh! Look, it's on by the floor. See? Oh shit! It's reaching at Mary. Mary. Yes. Okay. Do you feel anything? Can you grab a hold of Mary? Move to Mary. Jump onto Mary.
Where's the other light? Oh, Mom, you have it.
Oh, it's on that.
Okay.
Bum, 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 bum.
Can you? Oh, what the hell?
Get a little more
This is
relaxed
one where it said
seating
Mo
here.
Sargent was humping the leg.
It's weird that this light
Meh.
came back on for a second.
Mary, can you?
Weird
Oh,
squiggles.
okay.
I don't know
So
for
it
sure about
said
that.
my remains just now.
I
And can
know.
we keep talking? Okay.
I
Whoever's-
know Paranormal Files likes to rely on that thing, and it has occasionally gotten some interesting stuff out of it. But to me, it just seems like it's just reading the squiggles on the floor, and it's like, ooh, look at it, it's creepy. I don't know. Honestly, I almost trust the ghost box apps on a phone more than I trust that.
Here, in this room, somebody who's new who just came in here. We're gonna walk out into the hallway. Try to, as loud as you can, make some sort of a noise for us.
Noise.
Dude, look at this thing's done. Is it dead?
Wait, turn your light away.
Yeah.
It's completely dead.
Okay, behind us.
It killed the grid. Oof.
Is your
It was picking
camera
up stuff
on?
so often that it just
So
had no
you'll
time
catch
to
it.
rest.
Is it actually dead?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's
And
only
how
been
does
on
that-
for like 40 minutes.
Did you try to reset it? Reassemble. There, now it's on.
For a second.
If you're here with us, can you make a noise?
What's that? It's just... Or can you come over and stand by me? Come through
Yeah, it
this
just
red
randomly
light
died. Just got
and stand by me.
so much drainage at one time it just knocked it out.
Yeah, keep coming.
It's getting. Oh my god.
Keep coming.
My word.
Oh god.
I'm right here. Here's my hand.
60s.
I'm in my 60s.
Oh my
That's me. Keep coming.
I'm already hunting this house. How are you guys
Talking
doing?
to himself.
Do you not want to come by me? Oh, my hand
That's
is...
so weird how it was turned off when we came out here.
That's
Okay, we're gonna go to a different part of the house, but we're just gonna quietly sit here for a second.
Motion sensor works.
Oh, this is that room. Actually, why don't we pause for a second and let's come in here and do a DR60 in Susan's room and see if we can confirm what we
Okay.
just learned.
let's do it.
Okay, let's pause.
I mean,
Flipping through my
looking
shit.
back at it, it's honestly insane that we were getting some of those responses in the rape room. I mean, talking about really disgusting sexual things on our devices. I've never encountered that in any location.
Right.
I mean, we've even
Very
used that
seldom, if
device,
ever.
the Tempest. We used it every single night of the trip after that. We never got a single word that was even close to what that was talking about in there. And it shows that this energy that psychics are feeling, it's really interesting because the device
Gotta
is
be
actually
intense.
picking up on this energy that psychics are able to sense in that room. So by getting those responses, you're corroborating what the psychics are feeling, and I don't know, the mystery just deepens. But at that point, we decided that it was time to head to the room where the girl they think whose bones they found in the basement disappeared from. This is Susan and Sarah's room, where they believe the murder victim lived.
That was wildly loud. Hard to miss that one.
Big bong? Right now, we've gotten some really interesting responses on our devices. And oh, you see that? Look it. That's crazy. Oh, look it. Look at the static meter.
There's a knocking right here.
Yeah. So we're gonna ask a few questions to see if we can get some confirmation. Yes! It said yes, right? Okay. Before we start this session, why don't we just sit for a minute or two in silence and try and see if we can hear anything.
Okay, this is Jeff again. We've come a long way. Can you make some kind of sound or noise that's really loud for us? Okay, I'll take that. How about something more? Yep. Keep coming. I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Can you let us know your name? Can you use one of our devices? We're here to help you.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not one for talk.
That was loud.
I mean, those are yes answers. They're trying to communicate.
Can you come up the stairs?
We've also got 2 balls set up at the top of the stairs. If you could push one of those down the stairs for us and let us know you're here, we would really appreciate that. It would show us that you're with us.
That's a ping. Ooh, yeah.
That's by the stairs.
Barrel.
What is it?
Barrel. Are you out there by the stairs? We heard that there's something that likes to charge people out there. Okay, if there's somebody here with us, can you tell us your name?
Can you tell us how many spirits there are in this house?
Susan, it sounds like you were assaulted here. Can you tell us what happened to you? A word that tells us what happened to you?
Can you tell us whose bones are in the basement?
That's right. They're doing the EVP session.
So our evidence in the other room was pointing to the fact that there was possibly a German girl here who was murdered by an Armenian man. Is that true? What can you tell us about that?
We heard there were several people from different countries in this house.
It feels cold over here.
It's really cold over here.
It's showing it.
Were you from a different country or an indentured slave that maybe died working here? Why can't you move on?
You were, I think, a servant on this floor. If you're one of the servants on this floor, can you tell us what you did in this room? Did you sleep? Did you work? Say a word like that, what you did in this room we're in.
So I'm
Is
listening and it's like, headset.
Is Bridget here with us right now?
Thought they were doing EVP. I'm up all
My
in
final
this microphone's
question.
business. Holy smokes.
Who's the evil man or the evil men who hurt the women here? Can you tell us the name of the man or the men?
Okay, alright. That was a long one. Alright, let's get ready. I'm gonna close my eyes. Looking down.
Fuel. The guy who burned alive was covered in fuel.
He
Oh my
was.
gosh.
It was,
No.
but accelerant.
If there's
tell us how many spirits
Make that
there are?
out. Yep.
Can you tell us how many spirits there are in this house? How
I
many
heard 10.
spirits there are in this house? Susan, it sounds like you were assaulted
Actually,
here.
as I let that play, I heard 10, 12, who knows? Someone's being a little such and such in this one already.
Can you tell us what happened to you? A word that tells us what happened to you? Can you tell us?
I thought that was not your concern, is it?
Can you what happened to you? Can you tell us?
Your concern.
Can you tell us?
Your concern.
Can you tell us whose bones are in the basement? So our
Couldn't
evidence
make
in
that
the
out
other
either.
room is pointing to the fact that
Looked up at
there
this
was
and telling us to
possibly
get
a
question
German
marks.
girl here who was murdered by an Armenian man. Is that true? What can you tell us about that?
I heard
Is that
it was.
true? What can you tell us about that?
Apparently, they're not hearing it very well. I'm hearing all kinds of things.
From different countries in this house. Were you from a different country or an indentured slave that maybe died working here? Why did
Yeah,
maybe
girl.
died working here? Why did an indentured slave that maybe died working here? Why can't you? Were you from a different country or an indentured slave that maybe died working here? Why can't you move on? You were, I think, a
I
servant.
didn't hear
on-
anything.
You were,
Stuff, yeah.
I think, a servant on this floor. If you're one of the servants on this floor, can you tell us what you did in this room? Did you sleep? Did you work? Say a word like that. What you did in this room we're in. You did in this room? Did you sleep? Did you work? Say a word like that. What you did in this room we're in. Say a word like that. What you did in this room we're in.
Yeah, I died here. There we go, yeah.
Is Bridget here with us right now? My final question. Is Bridget here with us right now? My final question. Now? My final question.
Yeah, I didn't get
Who's
anything.
the evil man or the evil men who hurt the women here? Can you tell us the name of the man or the men?
Mr. Pierce?
Women here. Can you tell us the name of the man or the men? Men who hurt the women here. Can you tell us the name of
That's a
the
little bit
man
to
or the
start, but I'm
men?
not getting a lot of answers now anymore.
Tell us the name of the man or the men?
Mr. Pierce, I saw him, yeah.
Weird.
As long as
That's
they
kinda
couldn't
creepy.
get anything, I swear I heard things, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff where nobody
The
got
factory
anything.
next door, wasn't it like a German factory? I don't know.
I was gonna say, what's a German factory?
Yeah. It's a German.
We're gonna go downstairs now, but before we come down, can you push the ball down the stairs to show us that you're here with us? Are you the little girl? Oh, what was her name again? It was Susan.
Well, she was the teenager.
Are you Susan? Do you want to play with me? I'll play with you with the ball.
Yeah.
Very faint.
Ooh.
Yeah. I feel like shit up here.
Let's go down to the
Yeah.
All right, make our way down.
Okay.
Well,
It's done for
thank
the
you to
last
whoever
hour.
was up here. Susan,
taken a
Sarah.
while.
We're gonna move downstairs now, so feel free to follow us down there.
So after that crazy DR60 session, we decided we wanted to go downstairs
Quite a bit on
to
that
ask
one, to
Mr.
be fair.
Pierce
I was
if
getting
he
more than
knew
they were at
anything
first.
about these murders. And that's what we did. We went downstairs and it was just eerie.
Okay, guys, so we are downstairs right now in S.K. Pierce's bedroom. Now, this is obviously, if you remember in the interview, this is the room where one of the previous owners, a woman named Lillian, was held down on the bed by a malevolent force. Now, we don't know exactly who got murdered by who here, but we're gonna walk around this floor and just kind of investigate this area. You guys want to get out Spirit Talker? All right. We're trying to reach out right now to whoever's here with us. Susan, Bridget, Sarah, Sylvester Pierce. Can you let us know that you're here by giving us some sort of a sign? There's a ball on the stairs still. You could roll that down the stairs if you're here. Where are you in this house?
Yes, it's me.
Yes, it's me.
Talking.
Yes, it's me talking. Who's talking? Did you hear that?
A knock. You can come down and join us.
Am I dead?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, you are dead. I'd love to see you knock one of those balls down the stairs. Who died in this room? Can you tell us the name of somebody who passed away in here?
Dark.
Collect.
Again.
Heck yeah, I heard something towards the end of that bit there.
There was just a bunch of noises out there. Where are you trying to lead us to?
It's me making sounds.
Yeah, we heard those sounds. If you're here with us, can you make a really loud sound somewhere in the house?
I control this place.
Okay, if you control this place, we're waiting for these
Little
balls
boy
to come.
around you.
Little boy around you, the children are listening.
It's kind of like kids are here to play, man. You know?
There's a little boy in that picture downstairs, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And in that window.
What was it? What was the kid's name?
Gordon, or I think it was Gordon. I think
He was. Did you drown? Are you the little boy who drowned?
Hierarchy.
I control this place. Hierarchy. Okay, well then we're gonna address the person who controls this place. Who are you?
Is it Sylvester?
What's that box?
What's that box? Which one?
I hate what I did.
I hate what I did.
Mm.
Dude.
Oh, what was that? Say.
Maybe this is the murderer. I hate what I did. Remember from upstairs? There's a noise in here. Did you kill somebody? Is that what you did?
Fearful.
Yeah, you
Music.
Music.
Fearful though.
That.
Maybe we should play
I
this.
think we should.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
That might
We
stop.
got that.
Oh, yeah.
Grandfather.
Wait for a little dance. Now, boys, old school style. Hey, George Bailey.
Allah.
Come on, you guys hit it. Mary?
Play it, trumpet melody. Play it.
Wrong.
We enjoy the company.
Hey, that's some positivity. Hi. Ooh, we got some singing. Hey.
Show us you like this music.
Fail.
Fail. Damn, our dancing sucks.
Terrible. Terrible. What's with the modern kids?
Who enjoys this music?
I do.
We're two old crooners.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
Did you enjoy the music that we just played for you?
I just want to set a flame in your heart. Just the plow was outside or something by what I could tell.
Oh, I gotta stop.
Hey yo, it happened.
Came down by itself. So there. It's freaky.
When the music stops.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude.
My name is Peter.
Well, thank you, Peter.
Dude, we got a
Can you knock down the other ball?
Oh, that's me.
Mama Spooks, you need to stop.
Guys, let's talk about this ball, man.
Did you
That's wild.
Did you knock that down because you wanted?
Ridicule.
Did you knock that down because you want us to keep playing the music?
She killed.
She killed.
Hmm.
I know I am dead.
Oh, weird. Am I dead? And I know I'm dead.
Dude, I almost can see it. It's like an illusion. I almost can see it.
Here, look. We'll play it for you one more time.
Do that.
Right when I put it on, it stopped.
All is well.
Oh. All is well, right when you got the music started again. I like
All
this
is well. Back to the
too.
tunes, my dude.
I know you.
How do you know me?
Eno?
God, these have just been dead. Right?
Please don't go now.
We won't go yet.
Ooh, that's some music.
I really feel like this floor is dead.
Yeah,
It
that's
is
me
dead,
too.
yeah.
I think we might have to go to the basement
Me
soon.
too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the ball is pretty fucking crazy.
I know, but that wasn't on this floor.
That's what I mean, though. It
Yeah, it
came
wasn't
from the
on
other.
this floor, yeah.
So we're here tonight to try to find out more information about the unsolved murder, the girl whose bones were found in the basement. Do you know anything about that crime?
Real.
Real. Like you know. Can you knock back to this?
Hello, friend.
Hello.
Maybe that's Eno. Eno, are you here?
Could you at least
Your
reply
room?
on the device's 2 bits if you're not
Flipping
gonna knock
the
back?
ball, rolling.
Come on.
Like we like to keep it.
Like,
real.
how old is
We
shaving
like
a
to keep it
haircut?
pretty real with people.
That's pretty
I'm
dang
like,
old. That's like
Honestly,
1940s cartoons
I don't
old.
feel like a bit of energy on this floor right now.
2 bits.
Feels very dead.
Like upstairs, it's really thick, but I just like don't feel like any presence here at all. What about you
I
guys?
see the lights.
See the lights, like they can see the lights from upstairs or something.
I don't feel anything. I mean, I'm not scared or anything at all.
Glynis,
It just feels
she
really,
likes you.
really, I think,
Very talkative though.
just empty.
Yeah.
But I mean, the ball is cool. That came from the 3rd floor, technically.
It's really interesting though. Like the person we were talking to is really strong, and they like want to talk about the crime. And like this floor doesn't really have anything to do with the crime. Like they were upstairs. I mean like
That is very weird.
Yeah.
all the
Really
murder
strange.
talk and the REM pods and like that was an insane
weird.
session.
Yeah.
Really a weird word.
And like
Like
here,
for a device to say upskirt.
But also,
upskirt and
actually for me, that's kind of a weird, I mean,
Very.
isn't that? I mean,
yeah, in the
Yeah.
that room specifically.
and I've never, ever, I mean, you always hear you say you never, but I've never
That's
heard any
new.
device say
No.
that.
That's new.
Wilson.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done 2 locations with that device now. Never got anything close to
But
saying.
No.
but I mean any of the Obelisk 4, the 5, any of the devices we've used in the past as well. I've never heard that.
Avoid this area.
You
It's
avoid-
almost like we're saying like we need to go somewhere else to get answers, and they're like, "Don't go here. You need to go somewhere else." Because if you think about it,
Wife.
wife,
Wife.
his 2 wives that died in the other room right there. Isn't that a little fucking weird?
So what does
Well, it's
that
kinda
mean?
weird.
Go there or what?
I don't know. Maybe. Okay, hear me out. It's almost like we're saying we want to figure out what happened to her. We need to go down there, but then it says avoid this area. I was his wife. Like I can't give you any information. You know what I mean? Like we're not asking
Maybe.
questions pertaining to what this spirit knows, but we only have limited time here. And we want to figure out something about this murder.
Right.
Bodies below.
Oh.
Okay.
We need to go
Are
down.
you kidding me?
You go
That's
down.
crazy.
I mean, that's
That's just the answer at this point. Ooh.
that's
Ooh.
that's
What's that?
Either that's like a dog out the back of the house, or that was somebody down on the lower
There's a
floors
group of us.
moaning. There's a
I
group
think
of
we
us.
just have to go downstairs. There these bodies below.
I think we went up to the rape room. We investigated the room where the victim lived. We asked so
Injected.
It said that on the other device upstairs.
Yeah.
Too.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Inject.
I have an idea. So, why don't we treat this like a real cold case investigation? Let's go to S.K. Pierce's bedroom and ask him what he knows about the crime. Kind of like interrogate him. And then when we're done with him, I say we go to the
Brother.
basement. That's kind of weird.
Brother.
One of the brothers?
The one that
Oh.
lost everything here. And that was a caretaker in the home afterwards, lost the factory. And then he was taking care of this place as it was just like a hotel kind of thing.
Remember the brother sued the mom too?
Right.
Yeah,
See,
the
we can ask
really
him some
nasty brother that
questions so
tried
we
to
can
sue
go
the
down
mom and
the
everything. That was
body
obviously
spot.
not a very
'Cause the
loving
freaky part
child.
about that is there are probably
Who
more
knows what else they were
bones
up
underneath this
to in the
house.
house and wanted to get away with it.
Bury a part of a pelvis, that's for sure.
Let's walk over there and ask a couple
What room
questions.
was his room?
This one. So we're in SK Pierce's room right now. Sylvester, we're here right now to try to talk to you because we're trying to figure out some information about the girl who was murdered here, whose bones were found in the basement. We have all these devices, Sylvester, that you could speak to us through, Mr. Pierce. We're coming with respect, and if you know anything about this crime, please just try to answer these questions that we're asking you to the best of your ability. Mr. Pierce, what's the name of the woman who was murdered here?
Mr. Pierce, did you rape any of your servants? Yes or no?
Mr. Pierce, you married a younger woman and your son was mad at you. How do you feel about that?
We were told that that girl was killed and put in the basement because she was pregnant. Someone got her pregnant. Is that true?
Assault. Oh, it also did you.
Saying to repeat what I said. We were told that girl was killed and buried in the basement because someone got her pregnant and didn't want to take care of it. Is that true?
Censor.
Mr. Pierce, were you worried? I just died in the middle of a word.
Weird.
Mr. Pierce, were you worried that somebody would find out about some sort of an affair with one of your servants? So either you murdered her or you had her killed or someone in your family had them killed?
Mr. Pierce, I know you know how Susan died. Let us know how she died, as far as like by gunshot, stabbing, something like that. How'd she die?
Mr. Pierce, do you like it that we're here? Tell us the truth about the crime. Are you an honest man? Who did it?
We want to reassure you that you don't have to be afraid to tell us. Nothing's going to happen to you. We want the truth. We just want to know what happened to that girl that was buried in the basement. Why are you hiding all the information from us?
And finally, Mr. Pierce, I just have one more question. Is there only one girl buried in the basement? Or were there multiple women raped, killed, and buried down in the basement?
don't think I've ever seen a shadow. Like, did you see that?
No.
Oh. Just right after you said that, it was like something went behind you, just like kind of like a shadow.
In the attic. What?
There is an attic as well.
Well, that's pretty much the attic, isn't it? That area?
There's an attic above there.
Someone was raped and killed up there?
Well,
But it's interesting, if you saw that shadow, we have this static right here. so
Didn't
we
it say
probably-
ashes on here?
Yeah.
The place where the bodies were found was in that kiln,
I know.
where the
yeah.
ashes are.
I
True.
know. I was about to say that too.
So they were probably like burning the bodies down there.
Who knows if it was just one?
I mean, you put two and two together, and obviously they're assaulting them and doing all that crap upstairs. I'm not going to put it past them that they didn't murder more people than that.
Close your eyes.
Mr. Pierce, what's the name of the woman who was murdered here?
Susan?
Mr. Pierce, did you rape any of your servants? Yes or no? Mr. Pierce, you married? Did you rape any?
Susan?
Mr. Pierce, did
Don't
you
know.
rape any of your servants? Yes or no?
Very growly, very distorted, hard to say for sure.
You married a younger woman and your son was mad at you. How do you feel about that? We were told that that girl was killed and put in the basement because she was pregnant. Someone got her pregnant. Is that true? Because she was pregnant. Someone got her pregnant. Is that true?
Very growly, static, hard to say.
I'm saying to repeat what I said. We were told that girl was killed and buried in the basement because someone got her pregnant and didn't want to take care of her. Is that true? Mr. Pierce, were you worried?
Don't impose.
I just died. Mr. Pierce, were you worried? I just died in the middle of work. Mr. Pierce, were you worried that somebody would find out about some sort of an affair with one of your servants? So either you murdered her or you had her killed or someone in your family had been killed? Mr. Pierce, I know you know how Susan died. Let us know how she died, as far as like by gunshot, stabbing, something like that. How she died.
Go in the chat.
Let us know how she died, as far as like by gunshot, stabbing, something like that.
Oh,
that
bad. It's creep. Wow, that
What
was a
was
whole
that?
big creep.
Let us know how she died, as far as like by gunshot, stabbing, something like that. How she died.
I thought you were in the chest or something like that. Stabbed in the chest.
I swear I just heard someone like whispering in my ear. Like right up in my ear right here from where we just heard the bed creak.
That's a big creep.
By gunshot, stabbing, something like that. How she died.
Hard to say on that one. So grainy, but there's something there trying to make noise. It's
Mr. Pierce, do you like
not
it that
clear
we're
enough,
here? Tell us the truth about the crime. Are you an honest man? Who did it? I just want to know what happened to that girl that was buried in the basement. Why are you hiding all the information from us? And finally, Mr. Pierce, please try one more question. Is there only one girl buried in the basement, or were there multiple women raped, killed, and buried down in the basement?
It's at 7, but I don't know.
Multiple women raped, killed, and buried down in the basement.
7. That's what I thought.
Buried down in the basement.
7. That's what I thought.
I think it's at 7,
iffy. It's so grainy.
yeah. I think that was pretty clear.
Yeah.
It's so grainy, at least on the
Well,
versions we're hearing of it.
I know. That came up right when on the DR60 Mary was saying, "Are you an honest man?" Well, just like I kind of thought was gonna happen. Obviously, where they tried to burn it, where they chopped it up and buried it, where the evil kind of dark things lurk in that creepy maze with that little fella, whatever his name was, Angus. What the fuck was his name?
I don't know where you got that
Think
from.
of AC/DC.
You guys
Looks
ready?
like Angus Young.
Here's his name. Stanley.
Stanley.
Bridget is in the white dress.
Angus Grim.
Well,
Bridget was right here, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that was
That's who you
That
saw.
could have been. That was.
Well, we're gonna wrap up down in the basement.
let's go down.
So the spirits in the S.K. Pierce mansion seem to be pretty tight-lipped. Now, I don't know if that's because S.K. Pierce possibly was involved in the murder himself, if one of his sons carried out the murder. I don't know if it was someone in the mansion that just was in the house one day and decided to kill somebody. I don't know if she, I don't know what happened. I mean, that's the whole point of this investigation, was trying to figure out and put those pieces together and discover something about the murder. But what we did know was that somebody was there. There was somebody speaking with us. There was somebody on the periphery. I mean,
That's
the ball
half
rolling
hour.
down the stairs showed
Almost there,
that
and I can
somebody
go have
indeed
lunch.
was in the home that evening wanting to talk. But they weren't talking with really any of the devices that we were deciding to use at that time. So, as always, we had to go to the darkest place in the home and employ our favorite technique that we use to try and get answers,
Here
the Estes
we
method.
go.
And this session got pretty dark. Hey everybody, it's Colin here. Thank you for watching Spooky Family.
This is
As you
all
sweet
for
to
the
enter,
live
comment,
viewers.
10, 4
Hope you all
times. It helps
enjoyed.
the video so much,
Hope
but
everyone
and stay
that one
spooky.
gets- enjoys their gift basket.
Okay, y'all.
Let's
So we are in the basement right now of the S.K. Pierce mansion. Right here is the kiln where supposedly bodies have been burned. This is where they discovered those human bones. They don't know, remember, this whole time if it's really a murder victim, but they do know that it belonged to a teenage girl, and there was a girl who got pregnant by one of the prominent people here that disappeared off the face of the earth. But we're gonna do the Estes method down here. We've got a paranormal tripwire set up surrounding the room. We've got, everybody here has got either a spirit talker, an ovilus type device. I'm gonna put these headphones on, and these red lenses are a paranormal experiment. So it's just an added layer of experimentation that we're doing along with the Estes method tonight. But everybody,
What happened to me?
that's exactly what I was about to say. Let's ask what happened and find out what happened to her. Okay, you're gonna be talking through me, Susan, or whoever's here, so please try to answer their questions. Is this glowing?
Yep. Those goggles remind me of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Hi.
Who are we talking to?
Can you tell us your name?
I missed the sunlight.
Can you tell me how long ago you were killed?
Francis.
I can't remember.
Can't remember how long ago.
Did you die in this house?
Give us a sign who we're talking to. We're hoping to talk to Susan.
I was assaulted.
Okay. Okay.
Listen to this.
Please hear me out.
Okay.
We're listening. We're starting to think that there might be more than one person.
6'3".
You're describing the man who killed you?
Very hairy. A tall man.
Was he possibly Armenian?
What did
Franklin.
Name's Franklin.
Yeah.
Not very Armenian.
A regular.
No.
Sitting.
He was a regular person.
Yes, sir.
He was a regular person that
I was a
visited
woman
here?
like, yes, sir.
Are we talking to a servant?
A woman's voice. I was more than that. I was more than that. Dude, and these goggles are trippy. I'm seeing like a blonde girl off the peripheral, like staring at me, dude. It's f***ing creepy, actually. It's so trippy.
Don't disrespect us.
What did they expect you to do that was more than your job?
There was so much. Captive.
I was gonna say, do you feel like a slave?
There's more of me.
Damn.
Okay.
So was this your body that was buried here?
Gunshots fired.
Damn.
Remember I asked about like how you were killed? She said, I think the DR-60 said the chest.
Yeah.
So where were you shot? Were you shot? If you were, what part of your body?
I wasn't.
Do you remember how you were killed? Were you strangled, maybe?
Please wait and listen.
We're listening.
Oh, dude, like a girl
Like
or
she's
something,
getting
like
strangled.
choking on something.
So
I'm feeling like sounds crazy, but I'm feeling somebody standing like right here. It's f***ing creeping me out.
Introduce yourself.
my name's Connor,
I'm Jeff.
My name's Mary.
and this is Colin sitting right here in front of us. You can feel safe around us. We're not going to hurt
Can
you.
I tell you mine?
Please, tell us your story. Tell us your name.
Answer.
What's your name?
Late at night. Never caught.
Have they never caught the guy who did it?
It sounds like again 6'3" Armenian.
Yeah.
Maybe named Franklin, but maybe because he was over here.
Mm-hmm.
Were you possibly
Oh,
pregnant?
dude, I feel it's almost like, whoa, it's like actually so creepy, dude. I feel like something just around me right now. And it's cold.
It's cold.
We want to let you know that we're really, really sorry about what happened to you.
I got mistakenly.
My man, shut up.
Who's the man? Trying to keep secrets. What's your name?
Oh, dude, I feel like somebody's like grabbing my back of my head.
What did they do to you?
I forgot mine.
Forgot.
You know, we're trying to reach Susan.
The cross space holds all. I don't know.
Are you Susan? That was assaulted. You said assaulted. Is it Susan? So we know who we're talking to. Give us a sign somehow that it's Susan.
Watch out for evil.
She was the first.
She was the first.
Okay.
I don't know what that would be.
How
She
many
was the
were there?
first.
How are you disposed of? Where were you?
Anna, dude.
Anna.
I disconnected that. Anna.
We got Anna upstairs.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
How many girls were murdered here?
Dude, this experiment is so weird. I'm seeing like a woman literally going like this. She's just staring. I think she's behind Jeff, it looks like. But she's going like real calm, almost like a nun. I don't know what the, it's so weird.
What are those goggles supposed to do?
There was two.
How?
Bizarre.
There was 2 girls murdered here?
Behind me.
The baby.
Oh
Were you
shit.
pregnant?
The girl and the baby.
Right.
I think that's the sign that maybe talking to Susan.
He's coming. Oh, I don't like that. Ooh.
Who is he?
Do you know
Can you move
Cherrywood
location?
tobacco.
What is
Do you know Mr. Pierce?
Dude, I am like seeing this woman clearly.
Well, of course.
Are you glad that we're trying to figure out what happened to you?
Heavy.
It is heavy.
In heavy
Do you know
service,
that
he's
you
my
can
brother.
cross over if you want? Get out of here?
16.
16.
Okay, so that is pregnant and 16.
Tell my parents.
It's gonna be her.
Mm.
Sounds like we're talking to you, Susan. So
I hate him.
Yeah, can you get away from him? You know you can.
He promised.
What did he promise you?
Beaches.
Okay, can you go to the light?
Draining.
Can you go to the light and you can get
Tomatoes.
You can get away from this guy. Just go to your loved ones on the other side.
Fine wine.
Did you know the cook?
Beaches and Fine Wine, California.
The rapist.
Was the cook the rapist?
What the device?
Oh, dude. It sounded like a man going shh. Like shh. Oh.
To get her to not
Ugh.
There's
Right
the
after
cook.
that rapist thing too.
What was the cook's name?
Balsamic tomatoes. Twice tomatoes.
Fucking the cook is the
It's
same?
French fried and oiled up.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
He lives here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Basement holds darkness.
Oh my
my
gosh.
gosh.
Basement holds darkness.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's
That's
bizarre.
crazy.
Don't forget me.
We're not forgetting you.
Oh,
That's the reason why we're here. We're trying to tell
But
you.
he's still here. Literally, like that.
Yeah.
But he's still here.
Can you get away
okay,
from
yeah,
him?
you need to cross over and go to your loved ones. You realize you can do that, right?
Oh man. It's just creepy. Now I'm seeing a black thing emerging.
That.
Except I'm seeing it over here.
Uh-oh.
I'm seeing a woman whistle. Just like that.
Where is he?
Wouldn't eat.
I just heard like
Wouldn't eat in the.
The cook.
Again,
They
like
wouldn't cook.
bleh.
but it's like another
And
cook
you
thing.
wouldn't eat. You're kind of
I mean,
retching.
like morning sickness.
Could be.
Promised me everything.
I wonder if this person behind me like is happy. You know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe she's already crossed over.
Trained in France.
The chef could have been
Yeah.
trained in France.
It's also kind of
Mm.
interesting to think, like, obviously, if there's like a group of girls here, there would usually be one that would be kind of like the matriarch.
Disposed of the weapon.
True.
And
Kinda
I mean, maybe that's
Mm.
her Like,
My
in
dad
like
was-
this cave.
Back to Europe.
So maybe the guy went back to Europe. I mean, we were getting that he was like European, like a German
Well,
guy or
there's-
something.
There's a ton of food related things here.
Yeah.
So it's obviously.
Don't trust the story.
Well,
I can't leave.
is there anything we can do for you before we
Yeah.
leave tonight?
Why can't you leave?
I mean,
You can leave. You can cross over and go be with your loved ones, people that are nice to you. Just do it.
Bring him flowers.
We should.
maybe we can bring.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh.
The light just went off.
Ha ha ha.
all right. Well, we don't have much more time here tonight.
Please don't.
My death was brutal.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that's very, very specific.
What can we do to help you?
Ooh,
Very.
lovely.
I remember.
Are we dealing with was the cook German?
I mean, we're.
Look up, bitch.
All of a sudden turned into kind of a nasty.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna be leaving here in a second. Is there anything else about your story that you can tell us so we can help you out with?
There's no evidence.
Hmm.
No evidence to be found.
Okay, I think the big thing is you got to know that you can.
Used his hands.
You can leave. You can leave. You need to actually cross over and get away from any of this evil
Tapping.
stuff. You understand? Can you hear us?
Bring flowers.
And maybe we can bring flowers to like SK's grave.
Roses. Oh, bring flowers. Roses. Oh, that's crazy. And dude, I'm seeing this woman over by where I'm assuming Jeff is over here, and she's going like that. That black thing came in, and then I felt it go back out. This is trippy.
It's like that head.
Yeah.
Right.
My
Well,
life ended fast.
My life ended fast.
Jasmine tea too.
all right. Well, we're gonna get going. It was really nice to talk to you tonight. We're hoping that we.
Susan.
Thank you, Susan.
Okay.
We're really gonna try our best to
Alrighty.
figure out what happened to you and.
Frank.
Okay, we're connected.
Frank again, yeah.
But you need Susan to cross over.
Tomatoes.
You can cross over.
All right.
Go to the light.
The ashes.
Yeah. We hear you. We heard your story.
All right. We're gonna get going. We want to say thank you for talking to us tonight.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that you?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit.
I was like,
Okay.
oh my god.
Gosh.
Oh, those goggles are interesting.
Those are crazy, dude.
So what do you see?
That's so weird. It was like a woman, almost like angel looking.
Oh, it's like Janie, was it?
Poltergeist.
That's what I kept thinking. She does that.
I don't know, but it was like,
That's what she does all the time.
then it was standing right here by you, and then I saw like a black mist thing. I literally could like feel it and see it go like right, and then it went shh, and then
But left again?
yeah.
That's so weird.
Thank goodness.
Dude, you have to try this. It is crazy, actually.
Cool. And they pulsate like that?
Did you get anything interesting?
Oh, yeah.
I heard
Oh, yeah.
tomatoes a bunch.
Yeah.
Tomatoes.
Any relevance?
Yeah.
Germany.
And rose, flower and rose.
Yeah.
I thought were crazy to hear one after another.
Yeah, we were saying maybe like we bring flowers to the grave. I mean, there's no grave for Susan, but I mean, maybe we can.
Here.
Maybe we could bring them down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should let us throw them in there. Set them down.
That's crazy. Anything on the murder?
That it might have been a guy named Frank
Franklin?
or Franklin.
Uh-huh.
6'3". 6'3".
Uh-huh. The choking was crazy.
choking.
Whatever. I don't know. You guys were asking at that point, but it was
That's
literally.
comprehensive.
Yeah, I literally said like, were you strangled? And you start going.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
crazy. It was literally like. Remember that one time we heard it over the radio at the lake? It was
Yeah, that
exactly
was
like
really
that.
weird.
Like.
Yeah, that was crazy.
All
Was
right.
that with Mr. Bucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was strange.
Well,
Okay, yep, she's waiting.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking to us tonight. I guess we're gonna bring you roses. Is there any way you want to tell us goodbye? Is I don't feel scared at all like we have been in so many videos. I feel profoundly sad.
yeah.
Like afraid or
Kind of moving this
This whole
along.
night,
This is
actually.
like their recap of everything.
It's just like that was heavy feeling.
yeah.
If anything, it was a little bit lighter on the
we were
second
just
floor.
packing up at the end of the night. We asked you about the flowers that we heard during the Estes, and can you tell me exactly what you just said?
We always bring flowers here. We bring them to the cemetery and we put them up in Ellen's room, in the servant's room, all the time. Fresh flowers,
And
roses,
it's insane.
roses, all the time.
That's what we
And
Yeah.
what's the purpose of bringing them?
Just because to be nice to them. And we always put flowers down at the cemetery, just, thank you for letting us come into your home. Always.
That is like insane, actually.
That's very cool.
Wow.
They must appreciate it then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Get some
What are
more
the
and take them
odds?
to the basement. They
Not-
love
they're
it
very
down there, I
slim.
assume, at this point.
Yeah, I can't believe you guys got that.
Yeah.
100%
There you
sure
go.
what we do.
Wow.
There you are.
Yep.
Well, that's a beautiful ending.
I will bring them tomorrow.
Okay.
Take the trees down tomorrow.
So we're
Yep,
also.
you get
I had to
around.
get on the iPhone. We are wrapping up. We did not know this. Who is Frank?
Frank is Mr. Pierce's oldest son.
Is that not insane?
Frank is what
We heard that in the Estes, and we got it on our devices upstairs. Frank
forgot.
is the eldest son.
He was the one.
We go to the basement. That's kind of weird. Brother? One of the brothers.
The brother, the oldest brother.
Oh.
Is the
okay,
murderer.
hurt somebody.
That's
Should we
it.
have Mom?
Yeah, got it.
Should we have her get on the
We got him
chair?
multiple times
Mary,
in multiple
put
places.
your
Frank is
foot
a
towards
little
the chair.
SOB. I thought it was him, but I couldn't remember which one was Frank.
That's so weird to write at the exact
They
same
came
time.
up like
Frank.
4 or 5 times.
Did a man
He did
named
it.
Frank hurt you?
We're starting to think that there might be more than one person.
6'3".
You're describing the man who killed you?
Very hairy. A tall man.
What did
Franklin.
We're really gonna try our best to figure out what happened to you and
Frank.
Yeah.
Mr. Pierce.
Mr. Pierce.
It's Mr. Pierce and his first wife, Susan.
Would he have been here
Yep.
when Susan was here?
Yes. Yeah, he was older when Mr. Pierce built the house.
Okay.
But yeah, he would have been here. Yep.
Wow,
Was there
that's
any
a-
connection to Germany?
He had servants from all over the place.
Yeah,
Right,
that's what we
right,
wondered.
yeah.
Armenia.
And what about the cook? Anything with the cook here that would be weird?
We got like tomatoes and food stuff and.
I was told I was here in a past life and I was the cook.
Really?
Oh.
By about, I don't know, 10, 15 psychics that come through here.
What?
That's
You
kind
kept
of
getting
wild.
cooked,
So that's a little bit of the
cooked.
side thing there with the cook.
Tomatoes.
I hate tomatoes.
You hate them.
That's why they're just like, no, come on, don't eat the tomato.
If I eat salsa, I dip it and shake it.
Wow, that is crazy. That is wild.
They're not fun for big chunks either.
So after the Estes method,
More
I
of the
mean, it
onions.
was such a sad story that was being painted. I mean, somebody was definitely murdered right there in that house and buried right there, you know, essentially in the basement. But it told us that it wanted us to bring flowers. So that next morning, we stopped by a supermarket in town, came back to the house to say our goodbyes, and we brought a little gift with us. Okay, everybody, so it's the day after our investigation here at the S.K. Pierce Mansion. Obviously, we discovered some shocking things last night that were confirmed after the
way out,
investigation. Multiple times we got the name Frank. Frank is one of S.K. Pierce's sons. He's one of the leading suspects in the murder, and we had no idea that it was Frank. And if
Yeah,
you
it's him.
remember, at the very
There's
end of the
so
night,
much-
we received messages
so much
about
red flags of
bringing
his name
flowers.
popping up.
We also confirmed that the spirits here love when you bring them flowers. So we've returned today before we head to our next location this evening, and we brought some flowers that we're gonna bring into the house and leave for the various spirits as a peace offering, because if they requested them, if they wanted these, we want to respect them and just show some love and respect for coming and speaking with us last night. So let's head on in. Ellen, Mr. Pierce, we want to leave you guys these flowers. Thank you for talking to us last night, for letting us into your home. Somebody told us that you guys wanted these flowers, so just consider this a peace offering and just some love from us to you guys. Thanks for letting us into your home.
Yeah, thanks for being so welcoming, and hopefully we gave you a little bit of comfort and you can enjoy the flowers. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we just want to say thank you for coming and talking to us, whoever it was that we were speaking to, and hope to see you again, possibly.
And again, thank you for allowing us into your home, and we appreciate coming out to communicate with us. We wish you the best. Hope to see you again.
Well, Susan, if you're in here with us, we want to say we're sorry about what happened to you. That we're really thankful that we got to speak with you and hopefully give you a little bit of closure on what happened.
Yes, thank you, Susan, if that was you communicating with us last night. And hopefully these just bring you a little bit of joy, and we want you to know that we are always here for you.
Yeah, once again, like they said, thanks, Susan, for allowing us to come into your home. I hope you are resting in peace.
And yeah, finally, thank you, Susan. Thanks to both of you guys for communicating with us last night and being brave and sharing your story with us. I think we actually understood your story, and hopefully we can help bring some awareness to what happened to you guys. But enjoy the flowers. They're for y'all. Want to do the last ones?
You guys make me cry.
This house reminds me of the American Horror Story haunted house.
Right. Okay, we're here at the kiln. Susan, we believe you were the person who was killed. I know we also talked to somebody who seemed like they were from Germany last night. Cook, there's so much that we got, but right here in this room is where somebody told us they wanted flowers, wanted us to bring flowers. So we wanted to bring you down these flowers and just hope that one day your story is fully told, you find peace, and...
Do something else.
What the hell? Sounds weird.
What does that say?
The spirit talker was on my pocket. It said
Where?
use something else. Yeah, we're gonna leave these flowers for you, and we hope you enjoy them. Hope you can see them, and hopefully, I don't know, this won't bring peace, but hopefully it just makes you happy.
Yeah, we also just wanted to say, I mean, to anybody else who was harmed or taken advantage of in this house, that we're really sorry about what happened to you, and hopefully as time goes on your story becomes known and you find peace in that, and we're really thankful to whoever was speaking to us last night.
Yes, I just agree. Thank you for talking with us, and I'm sorry for whatever happened to you, and I hope that you can find peace and possibly move on to a better place. But thank you.
Okay, yeah, just to kind of finalize what they said, we hope that you're finding peace, first of all. We came here out of respect, and we appreciate the communication you did with us. And again, I just hope you rest in peace and enjoy the life you have.
Thank you, Susan. Wherever you are in here.
I'm in my 50s.
What the
What's going on again?
What? Wherever you are, I'm in my 50s.
Yeah,
Right.
interesting. Well, guys,
Okay.
I think that's about it. It was a really good night here.
That's a big...
That's upstairs.
Wait,
What?
There's nobody up there?
No, it's just us guys.
What? That was a huge
That's like
bang.
somebody in the dining room.
Okay, that is like... That, I'm like chilled.
Wherever you are.
I'm actually chilled out. Right above us. That was like a bang.
Susan, if you're here, is there anything else you want to tell us before we leave? Any final message?
Abigail.
Abigail.
Have you heard about Abigail?
Abigail's the name that Lillian gave us.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Told you guys last night. The thing that was in Lillian,
Yeah.
she said that was the name Abigail.
Oh my
What?
gosh!
And it's where the ears is still on.
Abigail. That's the name of the
Whatever.
thing that like
That what?
entered
That, yeah.
Lillian.
She said that's the name that she remembers is Lillian, is Abigail.
What?
My God.
Well, Abigail.
Wow.
It's Abigail that's
Yeah.
walking around.
Oh my God.
That was a
Oh,
major...
dude, I got chills
That's
actually.
a major
Like,
bump.
That's crazy.
That's like someone fell on the boom, like on the floor out there.
Abigail, I just want to state these flowers are for you too, if you're in here. So
Right.
you can these aren't just for one person. You can also play with them or whatever you want to do with them.
Wow, that's like a turn.
Well, that was a crazy
That was-
one word to get. We get Abigail, and it's extremely relevant.
That's nuts.
Well,
Can't jump in me.
yeah, you can't jump in any of us,
None of us.
Abigail.
We're jumping.
Come with us?
You can
No.
jump into the
You've done enough
roses.
crazy stuff. People know you're here.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Wow, that was an interesting twist at the very end.
Don't know why my phone went off. I'll check it in a little bit here.
Yeah, I was just getting a B-roll shot. I don't know what that voice was. That was just like.
Sound like a creaking door, maybe.
Ellen, if that was you, I'm glad you enjoyed the flowers.
SK Pierce is a very, very strange place. I mean, I feel like a lot going on there. Some really dark history, and then I feel like there's some good lighthearted history, but with the children's spirits and the murder victims and just the mystery behind the place. I mean, we'll never know exactly what happened there, but at least when we go to a place like this, we can get a little bit of clarity on what might have happened.
So the SK Pierce Mansion, truly one of my new favorite places in America, one of the creepiest looking places we've ever investigated, and a place steeped in mystery. I mean, so many different spirits that have been seen
So much
there.
going on, so
Literally
much
ghosts
energy.
floating up from the floor.
Wild.
Weeping
Any time of
women
day.
with tattered dresses and scratched up backs. And there's that element of the murder mystery. I mean, the bones. The police still have the bones from that case. It's an open investigation, and there are no answers. Who knows if the girl will ever be identified? Who knows if a killer will ever be brought to justice? I highly doubt it. But that's why we love doing these paranormal investigations, because we can give a voice to victims who died a very long time ago. A voice to people whose real voice in life was never really heard. And I don't know. We're never claiming 100% with 100%, confidence that we're actually sitting there and speaking with ghosts, because I feel like that would be a little bit cocky and a little irresponsible, because we here as paranormal investigators don't really know what is happening in the first place, I can't tell you exactly who we're talking to or what we're talking to, but I know we were talking to something. And yeah, it was a pleasure being able to go to that place. Thank you guys for watching this evening. This is the start of our really, really exciting series. I mean, the videos get progressively worse throughout the series until the finale, when we have probably the top second or third scariest paranormal thing that's ever happened to us that sent us running out of the location. So be on the lookout for that.
Oh,
But
I actually
enjoy
got you
the
guys
rest of
to
your
literally
week,
run for
everybody.
it, huh?
From here at the Paranormal Files, we
Interesting.
love y'all so much. Thanks for watching, and stay spooky.
Next up, the Lazy Barton Axe Murder House. Thanks to the viewers and their stuff here. If you are so inclined, you can also check my links out down below. You can find the original video there. You can check out their channel from there. You can also check out my socials, my channel, and also my artifact store, where you can find shirts like this, as well as some sports thermoses. But that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to have lunch. Hopefully things will remain good. Get a load of laundry going, and come back and we'll get some Twin Paranormal on the way here, hopefully very shortly. But that's going to be it for now. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Pleasant dreams.